abortions in the U.S. last year, the court's first abortion decision since conservative justices overturned Roe v. Wade 2 years ago. The justices ruled that pro-life advocates lack the legal right to sue over the Federal Food and Drug Administration's approval of the medication, mifepristone, and the FDA's subsequent actions to ease access to it. The case threatened to restrict access to mifepristone across the country, including in states where abortion remains legal. The High Court is separately considering another abortion case about whether federal law on emergency treatment at hospitals overrides state abortion bans in rare emergency cases in which a pregnant patient's health is at serious risk for any benefit.
News.com concern continues to grow in Asia over China's increasing threats toward the island nation of Taiwan. Former U.S. Senator Jim Talon of Missouri says the only way to deter China from trying to seize Taiwan is to demonstrate the ability to use superior force.
My feeling is that it's actions that matter. If we're prepared to defend Taiwan, it doesn't matter whether we make an explicit commitment. If we're not prepared, an explicit commitment isn't going to stop Xi Jinping.
Senator Talent was interviewed on Salem Radio Network. New York Governor Hochul says the state police hate crimes task force is involved in a series of recent hate crimes targeting Jewish New Yorkers, which include the vandalism of Brooklyn Museum board members' homes and Monday's incident involving pro-Hamas protesters in Manhattan, where a group wearing masks took over a subway car while chanting things about Hitler and wiping out Jews. She also said individuals using masks to hide their identity won't be tolerated, and her team is working on a solution to that. There are reports that could involve reinstating a mask ban that was repealed during the pandemic. This is SRN News. British politicians are urged to support marriage.
National elections take place in the United Kingdom in about 3 weeks, and the Marriage Foundation is urging the candidates to say something about the decline of matrimony in the country.
Good morning, Toby. How you doing? Good to see you here, buddy. Thank you very much for being with us.
A male swimmer posing as a female will not be on the Olympic team. The guy who uses the name Leah Thomas failed in his challenge to World Aquatics rules that stopped him.
I am good, friend.
Races. 3 judges at the Court of Arbitration
excited as Friday.
The case. He asked the court in Switzerland to overturn rules approved in 2022 that he claims discriminate against him. World Aquatics now bans males who have been through puberty from competing against women. This is SRN News. A huge fraud case in Minnesota.
A watchdog report says a Minnesota state agency's inadequate oversight of a federal program that was meant to provide food to kids created the opportunities that led to the theft of $250 million in one of the country's largest Medicaid fraud cases. The Office of the Legislative
I don't broadcast my show on the weekends. The stations broadcast all weekend long, but I don't.
Exercise its authority and that it was ill prepared to respond. So many people have been charged for their alleged roles in the scheme. The state agency disputes the findings. John Scott reported.
70 people are Muslim Somali nationals. A new study suggests 9/11 first responders may face a heightened risk of developing dementia before the age of 65. They say it's due to dust and debris from the World Trade Center collapse that contained dangerous neurotoxins.
Get that ready.
Details at SRNnews.com.
Okay, so Domino's perfect combo includes 2 medium one-topping pizzas, 16 Parmesan bread bites, 8 cinnamon twists, and a 2-liter Coke.
What's up, Wandering Hippie? What's up, Gather? Greetings, Earthlings. Earthlings. How you doing, Earthling? Good to you on a Friday. Good morning, buddy. Or good evening or good afternoon, wherever you may be. Or good overnight.
I'm pretty handy around the house, but now that I have kids, I don't want to spend my Saturday installing a toilet or fixing an air conditioner. But thankfully, there's HomeAdvisor. HomeAdvisor helps me find the best home pros in my area to handle any kind of project.
This is all going to work out pretty good.
Check their availability, even book appointments online. And what my wife loves most is that HomeAdvisor is completely free to use.
Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app to get started.
HomeAdvisor. Looking for the right bank? Experience the difference at Southern States Bank. We're not just your bankers, we're your partners. Southern States Bank, your community, your bank. SouthernStatesBank.net. Equal housing lender, member
WQEE and MLS number 410611.
Wishbone fried chicken.
Father's Day weekend, Juneteenth weekend, big weekend, big sports weekend.
Fish dinners open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone fried chicken. Right next
Panthers one game away from being the Stanley Cup champions. Good morning, Christopher. How you doing?
Chicken 31, Jackson Street, Suite A, here in Newton.
UFL final between the Stallions and the Brahmas. Can the Stallions tomorrow, 5 p.m., get some revenge? We'll see. WWE Clash at the Castles this weekend. They're in Scotland. Tonight's TNA Against All Odds, their wrestling show, but I didn't have enough to put it on there. So really, I didn't hear anything about that. I didn't hear anything about that. I don't know why they would impeach him over his son being an idiot. But neither anybody that's been charged lately, whether it's a former president or a son of a president, they're just going to be found guilty. They're not going to jail. I told everybody that a long time ago. It's just to make people feel good on both sides. They should have never even brought up any of that stuff. I'm starting to see some good stuff, though. I'm starting to see some guys that have been in the business doing all this news reporting on one side or the other. They're starting to put this nice thing on there saying everybody needs to get along with one another, that neither one of the people know who you are. I thought it was a pretty good meme. I'm like, okay. I never thought I'd see any of these people copying what I say. You guys made me famous. You just don't know. It's 9 p.m. Friday where I'm at. He's baked as, you know what? Says Wondering Hippie. I was watching something that was on YouTube live. They probably just made it all up. You know how it is, Toby. They're trying to make everybody happy. Because people like me are telling you, don't worry about either one of them. Who cares about either one of them? They don't worry about us. Let's get along. Now, all of a sudden, everybody in the media want to start copying what we're saying over here. What I've been saying for years, trying to get everybody together. Well, I'm talking about the people. I'm not talking about the so-called people in charge. All the people we hired not doing they're disobeying our orders. Boy, if you went in and disobeyed your boss's orders that long, you wouldn't have a job, right? Especially one for life. Justice Department should not be. Yep, that's right. Christopher, you are right. It's that time again on a TGIF Friday. We like to call it a Football Friday. We're going to talk about a few things from Tom Brady all the way to the UFL Championship Clash at the Castle. And we'll have some exciting news from Tyson Foods. What? You know who I am? I'm RyanORadio Penitentiary. I'm the man with the plan on the RyanORadio Penitentiary. And that's right, I am the game, buddy. I'll get that in a moment. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the 50,000 plus worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout Out Loud across the RyanORadio media page, Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nations. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're across 99.1 FM, WQEE the Key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk in Atlanta's only real talk station. And along with the British Columbia Islands of Canada, we're on the YouTube page where everybody can like, subscribe, and share. We thank you guys for being with us. It is a football Friday. We got a little bit of what's going on in the news, sports, and more. Hey, Birdie, there's a bird on the window. And we'll tell all our haters this. I am the man around here. I don't know what that bird come back and eat whatever that's sitting on the window there. Sorry, guys. I was looking at something. I don't know. Is that a bug or a flying bug that bird at? I don't know. I'm just looking at the window, out of the window. Sorry. All right. We welcome everybody in, from Toby to the Wandering Hippie to Christopher on with us. And we don't say F America here, man. America Roe Bell, it's not America. It's just the people out there doing their things for their money. The Wandering Hippie said there's a guy that wanted his leg cut off, so he paid this guy from a website to cut his leg off. So this guy did. The guy who wanted the leg cut off died. Now the guy that did it is getting charged. Oh, wow. Man. That's from the Wandering Hippie, who's not a little bit after 9 p.m. where he's at. That is something I've never heard of before. That his lawyer could probably, if there was some kind of written agreement, if there was a, how you would say, verbal agreement or something, he should have got a written agreement with the guy. If he's got a written agreement with the guy and a sign saying something, then it might help him get off of the charges, get out of the charges. You're double chinned. I didn't know you were double chinned. Are you trying to make fun of somebody? Here we go. We got some uneducated person who thinks that lizard people are real around here. Yeah, they are real, buddy. I quit high school when I was in the 10th grade, and I knows I'm smart. My mom and daddy gave me all my money. Because grandpa was the patriarch of the family who worked. We're removing that idiot from there. We ain't got time. We want the last one to be Roe Bell, who had his opinion about America. Are you not going to knock him off? No. He has a different opinion than the rest of us, but we pray for him. Anyway, back to the Wandering Hippie's great concept here of a good question. I think if they get the right lawyer and he's got something in writing, there's a possibility that it can help him out. But here's the thing, if you're not a doctor or you're not a medical person, right, then it's probably going to be harder for you to get out of this and say, well, my buddy John wanted me to cut his leg off because it was hurting. And the lawyer is going to ask to have him mentally evaluated. Yeah, he needs to be mentally evaluated. But if your buddy just come up to you and go, hey, dude, I need my leg cut off. It's hurting. Well, you need to go to the doctor. No, man, I can't afford a doctor. Well, that's bad anyway. But still, I don't know what to say except for maybe that can help him out. But I think since he didn't have a medical license, I agree with you, Christopher, he's still in trouble. But there's some guys playing doctor out in Las Vegas when I lived there. And the guy got charged when he didn't have a medical license. Yeah, he's probably going to go to jail. Even though he has a little note saying, hey, cut it off, that could get him less time in trouble. He had an infection and the doctors would not cut his leg off. Whew, yeah, but, since the gentleman was not a licensed medical professional, he could not do it. And, when he cut his leg off, what kind of medicine did this guy, how did he put him to sleep? No anesthesia. Oh, man. Oh, I wouldn't know. Both the man that died and the man that did it. Wow. Oh, bad situation. I'm glad you brought that up, though. I never would have thought of anything like that. That's something just to hear about. We got some leftover true crime leftovers from yesterday and True Crime Thursday on this TGIF Friday. We do football action. Weekend, baseball from the Sunbelt. We're going to give you all those updates, plus a rundown for not AEW, but WWE's Clash of the Castle. Tonight's TNA Against All Odds I think they're going to be in Las Vegas doing that one. And the Nemeth brothers, former Dolph Ziggler and his brother Nick, Nick and his brother Ryan are going to go for the tag team belts tonight. So we'll see how that goes. And Matt Hardy is supposed to cross over to NXT next week as NXT and TNA are working together. So all that good stuff. I guess they're putting more big names on NXT. I know they got 3 big names on there because Cody Rhodes showed up and talked 3 big names that were on AEW. So they didn't get pushed on AEW. It should have got pushed, but didn't. Talking about Sean Stasiak, Ethan Page, one of my favorites, and Brian Pillman Jr. He's calling himself Lexi King there, but that kid's great too. So, woo! But anyway, okay, you already did that stuff. But anyway, which sport event will you? The Panthers Oilers game 4 is the Panthers beat the Oilers. The Panthers went to Canada and laid the smackdown on the Oilers from behind, tired, exhausted, 5-hour delay flight, all of that good stuff, and still won last night. Will you guys be checking out game 4? I think that game 4 is this evening. Or no, Saturday. Game 4 is Saturday. WWE Clash at Castle, 38% so far. Are you saying that? 0 on the Panthers, Stanley Cup playoffs, Panthers, Oilers. UFC championship game between the Birmingham Stallions and the San Antonio Brahmas in St. Louis. Who gets the first UFL Cup between XFL and USFL champions? That's going to be on Saturday, 5 p.m. And that's 12% of the votes. And most everybody's like, hey, it's baseball season. So we're just going to continue to watch MLB. So there you go. John said, NXT is the ECW of my era. Yes, it is. Well, you know, what I like about it is they got a lot of young guys that can wrestle in there, and they're taking some guys. The crossover is coming because, you know, NXT is going to be moved, John, to CW towards the end of this year. So it's going to be on television as well. SmackDown's moving to USA, and Raw is going to go to Netflix beginning next year. But I'm going to tell you this right now, all the way through the year, beginning in October, you're going to have Raw Monday, NXT Tuesday, and SmackDown on Friday, all on USA for all the way through the end of the year, beginning in end of September, going into October. But still, I think that's why they're doing a lot of crossovers and bringing some of the bigger names back down from the major Raw and SmackDown and everything, or sending some of their guys up there to get more exposure on Raw and SmackDown so they can bring them back to NXT and everything. Because guarantee you, when NXT goes into next year and they go on CW, you won't just be seeing the up-and-comers, which I love the up-and-comers, but you won't just be seeing them. Good morning, everybody tuning in. We thank you very much. 18 minutes past the hour, 73 degrees again. Beautiful sunny skies out there. This time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, and good things at all. The Wandering Hippie said that, look it up, it happened, and an Australian man's leg cut off with a circular saw. Oh, that would hurt like hell. They did it outside of a hospital with a circular saw. He bled to death before anyone could help him. Oh. If you were going to be cutting somebody's leg off in front of the hospital, and the hospital's like, what's going on out there? Oh, that's just Bob cutting Tim's leg off. Okay, I know we got Bob and Tim on the Navajo Nation. I'm just messing with you guys. Bob said, I probably would do that to Tim. Tim said he probably would. And without my permission. Bob said, sure, you give me the permission. Can we see an NXT invasion of WWE? I'd love to see that. John, I would love to see that like WCW did, except for it would be in-house. What I'd like to see is, since they're working with TNA and they brought in the TNA champion, Jordan Grace, a couple of times, TNT women's champion a couple of times. She was even at the pay-per-view this past weekend. She's been in Royal Rumble, stuff like that. I'd like to see them do a TNA invasion of NXT and try to destroy NXT because it's building up the new stars, and TNA says they want to take them out. And then all of a sudden, the WWE, Raw, and SmackDown, some of their top stars have to come down and help fight the invasion. And then some people who used to be in TNA, like AJ Styles and Bobby Roode, who's backstage, and the Good Brothers and people like that, they can all of a sudden in this gimmick turn on the WWE and take out the NXT members as well too, and WWE people. But I like your thoughts there, John. I like your thoughts. But they got so much going on with TNA, they could do that. And you got a lot of former TNA talent, and Ronda Truth Killings is one too. Got a lot of former TNA talent that was in the WWE, went to TNA, or went from TNA into WWE. So there you go. Yes, definitely rest in peace, China. I hope they get her into the WWE Hall of Fame as a solo. I don't think they've did that yet. She's been with DX, but she needs to be in there as a solo act. Will she ever? Probably so, because I think Stephanie McMahon would not hold a grudge against her after all these years. We all know Triple H was dating China and started running around with Stephanie, which was smart. I mean, you run around with the boss's daughter. Now you're the only one working for the company. Think about that. The only semi-member of the McMahon family is a guy married into the McMahon family working for the World Wrestling Entertainment. Ah, man. Yeah, throw that space news in there, Wondering Hippie. We love it. Freddy Krueger. I'm not checking any of the events. I'm watching the Euros. Ah, Freddie. That is awesome to hear, too. If you've got some information about that, my friend, drop it in here and tell me more. Well, yeah. Actually, if I'm going to be, I think my tribal chief, Roman Reigns, would disagree with you that. And, you know, and I'm going to acknowledge my tribal chief because he's probably more real than the politicians out there on both sides of the aisle right now. Roman's more real in his attitude than, you know, the other people. And if you ask anybody else, they probably feel like some of the other sporting events are fixed too. You don't have to like wrestling. I'm messing with you, Freddie. But tell me about the Euros. I'd love to hear more about that, my friend. But which of that Triple H, Roofy, and Mary Steffi skit was drama gold and set Triple H to be the best heel. I know, man. I love that, John. Triple H was. Now we know you're a wrestling fan. Don't tell RW. He'll be talking with you all the time about it. 12-year-old that listens to the show. He's a big Logan Paul fan, but he is 12 years old, guys, and he knows all the way back to our era. He knows all the way back to the old school wrestling. I'm like, what? You know who Stone Cold is at 12? Oh, awesome. The Wondering Hippie says, before we go into a break here in just a few moments, a recent survey conducted of a space junk humans would not be able to leave Earth after 2050. Well, we need to go ahead and send them up there with Elon Musk, since Elon Musk, of course, is the CEO of Tesla, and Tesla is having a Tesla vehicle hit a patrol car in California over the weekend. Oh, yeah, Toby. I agree with you on that one. Tesla CEO Elon Musk also said he expects shareholders to vote to reinstate his $56 billion concept, his package, his money package, with the results of after what happened on Thursday afternoon, saying he can still stay with the company. Well, they're supposed to be moving that Mike Tyson fight all the way to November or something, Toby, but we'll find out when we get there. I mean, Tyson's not as young as he used to be, but I tell you what, I'd bite his ear off. It'd be tasty. That little Jake Paul would be good. His ear would be. Thank you, man. I'll tell you what. There you go, guys. Hey. Woohoo! Mike Tyson here. Come on, I'm gonna bite your ear off. Come on, Jake, we can bite your ear off. Oh Lord, I shouldn't have did that. Your money's on Jake. I hear you. There'll be a lot of big betting odds out in Vegas for this thing. Well, I'm saying, I hate to say this, I'm saying Mike Tyson. Why? A man that will bite somebody's ear off when he's losing, he's willing to win any way he can. Of course, we know that's why Mike Tyson, even though Mike Tyson's way older than Mayweather, that's why they never really fought in an exhibition match. These exhibition matches are just for fun and for us to, they're kind of like wrestling matches. They're predetermined already. But the athletes are real. But I'm still acknowledging my tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Sorry. The Wonder Hippie said Tyson will kick Jake. I mean, Tyson has the fastest knockout in history. He does. Nothing beats Stone Cold showing and ambushing the members of the NWO. The whole NWO invasion was the best skit in wrestling history. Yeah, I hated that the NWO got watered down in the WWE. I mean, it got watered down at the end of WCW, but in the beginning of WCW, man, it was the you know what. And look, guys, I am going to be doing a review after I got 2 more weeks of the Who Killed WCW, which is a Vice program that was produced by The Rock and his former wife, Dana Garcia, from their production company. It's a 4-part series. I saw the second part this week. Of course, they started kind of saying how the WWE started picking up, and The Rock admitted that when he started off with the WWE, he was like in the beginners matches, he would go back to the hotel and watch WCW Nitro and see what they could do better. And so The Rock, everybody said, well, why is The Rock being interviewed in that? Even I said that. Well, he's producing it, first of all. I knew that. But he had nothing to do with the original WCW. But, hey, there you go. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do a review. There's previews every week from people on the internet that were involved in it, and involved in the show as well, and involved in the 83 weeks, like Eric Bischoff and Kevin Nash. And of course, they're going to give each week, that's fine, on their podcast. But I'm going to wait and talk about it when I get done watching all 4 of them and go, ooh. But it has some of the greats in there. Booker T, my buddy's wife, Medusa. Yeah, I got a buddy that's a colonel in the a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force. Me and him are buddies, and we've been buddies for a while. And I didn't know until a few years afterwards that he was the husband of Medusa. I was like, what? Your wife's the wrestler, Medusa? What? He said, yep. I said, daggum. And he had pictures of her in there. I wasn't even thinking, all that kind of stuff. There you go. Did I see which news that was going on? We'll talk about that. We got some news coming up in just a few moments. Vince killed WCW. It started becoming competition with the WWE. You got that right, it was. Oh, man, we're having so much fun. And speaking of WWE, Clash of the Castles this weekend. Drew McIntyre taking on Damian Priest for the world title. Cody Rhodes defends that WWE Undisputed Championship against AJ Styles, and we'll see how everything goes there. We'll talk more about that a little later on. But right now, which sporting event will you most likely check out this weekend? Coming up on Saturday, Game 4 of the Panthers and the Oilers, as the Panthers took a long flight, 5-hour delay flight because of the storms down in Florida. And we'll talk about some of the storms in South Florida that had reached some rainstorms with 17 inches of rain, 24 hours there, man, that caused them to have a delay. They finally got there, and they beat them last night 4-3. 10% of you are going to check that out this weekend. 30% say you're going to check out WWE Clash at the Castle. 20% say 5 p.m. tomorrow you're going to check out the UFL Championship game between USFL champions Birmingham Stallions, go Stallions, taking on the San Antonio Brahmas, the XFL champions. First ever clash of the 2 divisions for a championship. And majority say, hey, we're just going to stick with baseball. That's because it's summer and it's baseball. 40% of you. Polly says Russian rubble. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple other headline news we're going to talk about after the break, including U.S. Marshals. This is a little true crime fallover, or true crime, as we would say, true crime leftover. We'll talk about U.S. Marshals arresting a 36-year-old man in Mississippi. We'll tell you what happened there. And also another true crime, John Tyson suspended as the CFO. We'll tell you why, for Tyson's Food. South Florida underwater. And we'll get into a little bit more news for you. Back after this. Putin's blaming India. Putin blames everybody, Bali. You know what I mean? And I don't believe it's India's fault anyway, but Putin blames everybody. No, Putin's a good guy, man. Putin's a good guy. You'll have somebody whose education level didn't hit too high is going to tell you that. But Bali, I wouldn't believe he's blaming India. Yeah, India. Sure. I agree. Yeah, right. Back in a moment. They took their travel frustrations out on their opponents. Oh, yeah. That's what the Panthers did. They sure did. Christopher, you still here with us?
Today's sunny to partly cloudy near record high temperatures of 94, winds light and variable. Clear skies 9 below near 70, light and variable winds.
I can't disagree with you on that, Bali.
Clouds, mainly sunny. A stray shower or thunder shower is possible by the afternoon. High near 95, winds light and variable.
I cannot disagree with you on that. Oh, I just want to make sure you were there still, Christopher. I didn't know. If you say, hey, see you later. Let me guess. It's because he fired 1,500 American workers and then they hired 35,000 illegals. Who did that? We talking about America now? Shh. Now he's a communist, man. I'm always been against Putin, no matter who he is. Who likes him or don't like him? But John, I thought you were talking about America there for a minute. Because that's what's happening here. Whoops. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Oh, Tyson Foods. Really? I didn't know that, John. Thank you, brother. No, he got suspended for second arrest. I'll tell you why that in a few moments. But you know what? That makes a lot more sense. He should have been fired for that. Getting rid of all of our people to work in there. That's right, John. He should have. No, but it was probably some little thing like him doing drugs or something. Because the last time it was, he got drunk or high and went into somebody's house that wasn't his house, like an ex-girlfriend or something. Putin didn't calculate before invading Ukraine, that's for sure. Oh, yeah. I hear about that. That's kind of a hot topic right there in America. Oh, Toby, that's not right. That's me. I shouldn't be laughing. Forgive me, God, I should not laugh. Toby made me laugh. Sorry, Toby. I shouldn't have laughed. You know what? Probably a lot of people would agree with you on that, Bali. But Bali don't like anybody on either side of the. So in America, would you like for me to run for president, Bali? Because you kind of seem to like me. So. That was a good one. It was a good one, Toby. It was. But I got to ask the Lord to forgive me. Forgive me, Lord. You know me. I'm trying to respect everybody and love one another. Yeah, JFK is dead. You're right. So that's why he couldn't do it. Maybe RFK. A lot of independents are thinking about that too. I mean, he's got some weird theories he's into, but he doesn't. I just don't know if the independent will ever get in, honestly. Once they hit, maybe everybody in America would say, just say everybody in America voted for him. You still got, the electoral college and all that kind of stuff. And There's no independence in these things. So. Oh, yeah. I don't want to talk about them, Bolly, because they'll come kill me. That's what they're known for doing. Everybody knows that. Hey, I'll sign that, John, if you want me to, for sure. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. I love my listeners this morning. Bolly's giving us some great information. John's giving us some great information, too. And before we get back into it, I'm going to ask you the poll question again. Welcome back in about 36 minutes past the hour. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's currently 73 degrees. Top temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. John from the California area says, I'm starting a petition to stop companies from buying residential real estate. The renters market these companies have created have ruined American dream for thousands of first-time home buyers. And you know what? You know, rent is way more than somebody buying their home. Sometimes when people go out there to buy a home, they're like, say they would spend 15, let's just use an example, 15 a month or whatever. And they're like, you can't afford to pay 15 a month, but the person can't afford to pay 15 a month. Guess what they're renting for? Probably twice that much in some areas. You look back on how much you rent, you can take what you rent and buy a house with it. Yeah. You know, and I guarantee you, John, if you had some houses, you'd rather sell your houses to somebody that are rent to own with them and everything. So I get that. Yeah, Bolly, that guy is entertaining. Talking about RFK. All right, here we go. Which sporting events will you most likely check out this weekend? Yep, it would get you one of those good houses. $1,500 a month mortgage. They say you can't afford that $1,500 a month mortgage. Why some people are spending that guy they tell that is spending $2,500 a month in rent. See, everybody wants everybody to buy a house. Wow, it's great. You see, you don't hear this kind of stuff on other radio shows. You know why, guys? Because they want to try to say people don't like people and don't like people, don't like people. John didn't say one thing about not liking the people that were renting. He was saying he wanted them to be able to buy their own home. What a concept. A fellow person loving another fellow person and wanting them to have more. No, you're not supposed to do that. They're going to get me for letting you get on there. Christopher said we are sending way too much overseas instead of helping the American people. You're right, Christopher, for giving student loans when we can't afford to do that. You know what? You're right about that. Student loans has become a big hot button issue for a lot of people. And if they didn't take some of the people's tax, if they didn't take the people's tax money for that, wouldn't matter. But you know, in Canada, of course, they do free college. But I've always believed that once you graduated high school, you needed at least another 2 years of additional free college. And not because I'm saying don't pay for it or anything, but because when you graduate at 18, you don't know jack. Come on, let's just be honest. You don't know jack. You know, whatever you learned there, whatever. You need another couple of years to develop in college. And I think the first 2 years of college that should be given away should be life lesson college. You shouldn't have to go in and take another damn algebra class. You should go in and take a home improvement class or classes about cooking or, you know, whatever, you know, men and women going, young men, young women, learning how to, and financial classes and all that kind of stuff. And then them 2 years of college, they just say, all right, here's the thing. We've got trade school you can go to, or you can go here, you can go there. You can present this to these people. It'd be a lot easier. But yeah, I'm just thinking outside the box. There's a lot of stuff like that, Bolly. I'm just thinking outside the box. And I don't think anybody would care if these young people that just graduated like this year had 2 more free years of school, which were college, but the college that they were going to was teaching them life skills. And then when they decide, okay, after those 2 years, I want to go on to be an artist or whatever they want to be, then there you go. Yeah, the government needs to stop giving grants to college teaching BS degrees like dance theory or social justice, which will put you in $150K in the hole with no job in the end. Yeah, I think that there should be some kind of job skills. And like you say, John, if they're going to do those things, they should have jobs available for them, right? I mean, people really don't care what people go to college for. They just care that if they just don't have a job afterwards, like, okay, you end up working in a factory anyway after you got that degree. I think that's where people are kind of irritated about it. And I don't have a problem with them wanting to be social justice if there's a job out there for it. But if there's not a job out there for it, then I agree that we need to find something else. Computers, gaming, learning AI. It's the future for these kids. We all old. We're gonna be sitting around and going, damn youngsters one. But yeah, Christopher believes we need to stop funding other countries and we could have some free education here at home. Okay, I like that idea. I like that idea. Good morning, Pete. How you doing? About time you got here. He says, good morning to the Navajo Nation. Sweetleaf says, these guys are coming up with some great ideas. Yeah. If we're going to print money and dig ourselves deeper, says Daniel, how about we put money in the trade schools and a program to help the homeless people to get jobs? And thank you, Daniel. When are we going to run together? We need to come up and run together on the presidential thing. You can be president. I'll be your vice president. When are we going to do that, bro? We need to go take them. Love it, Daniel. Love it. That is a great idea. Inventory still going on, says Pete. Yes. I love that idea. Look at how much it costs to make a nickel. I think it's $3. What? But I agree. If we just stop sending money all over to overseas, I know that we got partners and stuff. I understand that. We keep it here. We could have, like you said, free college for the Americans. And like Daniel said, let's do more trade schools. Let's do more programs for the homeless. Yes. Told you I got a great listening audience. They're called inmates. Of course, we're all in the penitentiary waiting for all the rest of you guys to catch up with us. Do you think they'll ever catch up with us, guys? I don't know. Probably not. $1.50 to make a penny. Come on, that is just stupid. I know, Toby. That is absolutely outrageous. What we're going to talk about John Tyson here in just a few minutes. But first, U.S. Marshals have arrested a 36-year. Here's some true crime leftovers. Tasty. All right, about 15 minutes away from the top of the hour, we're holding that, can you believe it? 73 degrees under beautiful sunny skies in the Atlanta markets. All right, let's jump into it. U.S. Marshals have arrested a 36-year-old man in Mississippi where two children of the woman were killed. In Louisiana, were found, one alive and the other dead. Daniel, his name, Daniel Calhoun, was arrested Thursday afternoon in Jackson. That's Jackson, Mississippi. I know where that's at. I used to have a boss that lived there. Giving law enforcement a short pursuit. I'm surprised, though, Daniel Calhoun even made it out of Jackson. Alive, let's just say. He was found a few hours after an Amber Alert had been issued by the Louisiana State for Jalen and Aaron, who are aged 6 and 4, respectively, were reported missing. The alert was issued after the bodies of the girl's mother, 35-year-old Callie, was found dead in the bedroom in her home. Through the calls of determination with the coroner, she had been killed. Of course, one of the children were killed, which was terrible. And later on, Travis Calhoun lives in Louisiana, and they believe that he had a date with her, had been dating her on and off, and this is what had happened. Ugh. Sickening people in this world. Ugh. John, I have to say you're probably right about that too. I'm not gonna bring it up on my air, but I mean, anybody wants to read it can read it. Hey, John, here's your buddy. John Tyson, spelled different, John. Tyson Foods has suspended CFO John Tyson after his second arrest Thursday. This time he's been charged with DUI and careless driving in Arkansas. Not for getting rid of Americans like he should and hiring people that are illegal, like John had said. Dang. We are aware that John Randall Tyson, the chief financial officer of Tyson Foods, was arrested for an alleged DUI, says Tyson Foods in a statement. Tyson Foods has suspended Mr. Tyson from his duties effective immediately and named Kirk Calloway as the CFO. That's my way of reading what corporate people would say. The great-grandson of the founder of Tyson Foods, John Tyson, was arrested too. He was arrested a couple of years ago after falling asleep while intoxicated at a house he didn't live in. I told you about that. Hey, man, the girl I've been seeing, man, I'm in her house, man. Tyson just can't hold his liquor, guys. He just can't. He's been trying as a CFO, go, we need to get us some Tyson liquor, man. We got the chicken wings and the fried chicken and the patties and everything. We need to get some beer, man. Giving new meaning to drunken chicken. Christopher, you're right about that, brother. Tyson was released from jail at 10:41 a.m. Thursday on a gigantic bond in Washington County, Arkansas sheriff deputies. They got a lot of money out of him, which was the right thing to do. I mean, no. Why was his bond higher than one of us poor folk? Because they're like, this guy knew better. He does have a bachelor's degree from Harvard University, so he should know better. Drunken chicken. Tyson also served in the board. He joined the family's company in 2019, previously worked as an investment banker at JP Morgan. He's a fourth-generation member of the Tyson family. Yeah. Daniel, man, me and you talking about me and you on the same page. Exactly what he said. All right, we're 10 minutes away from the top hour. We're going to take a break. Daniel, who's joining us this morning, said, he was telling everybody, this is why we need a major change in the political system. No foreign investments. All congressmen and senators should have 2-year term, max of 4 years. And yes, I agree. Think about this, guys. If you had a long life job somewhere and you did half the time you showed up to work and didn't do your job, and the other half the time you were on vacation, would your boss continue paying you? No, but all of them are continuing to get paid no matter what side of the aisle they're on. I'll tell you what I'm going to go to my little area that I got voted in, and I'm going to tell them what they want to hear, and they're going to forget firing me this go around. Congress should be banned from buying stocks when they can manipulate the market. There you go, Christopher. What? Geniuses. They're going to come get all my inmates. They're going to shut me down. They're going to say, it's time to shut this guy down. He'll have a whole lot of viewers, and then we're going to bring him on down on that YouTube page and won't let nobody else come on. So they'll stop watching it. It is a football Friday, so we'll be doing some football news. Got a couple other headline news that we're going to tell you about after the break. But first, we're going to take this break. That's right. We're going to take this break. Which sporting event will you most likely be checking out over the weekend? Game 4 between the Panthers and the Oilers, where the Oilers came back and whooped the Panthers 4-3 last night after even a 5-hour delay because of flooding in South Florida. Also, ladies and gentlemen, 14% of votes there. WWE Clash of the Castles tomorrow. Drew McIntyre takes on Judgment Day's very own Damian Priest for the world title. And finally, Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles for the undisputed title. 21% of you say you'll be watching that. It's the UFL's first ever championship, combining USFL champions this season. The Birmingham Stallions taking on the XFL champions, the San Antonio Brahmas in St. Louis, where the Battlehawks play for the championship Saturday at 5 p.m. 29% of you say you're going to watch that. And most of you are like, we're still going to stick with baseball because it's summertime. 36% of the votes. Back in a moment. John says, this is what he dropped in as on the Tyson thing added here. On March 11, 2024, the company announced that it would be permanently closing its pork plant in Perry, Iowa on June 28th. That's my birthday, guys. Oh, I hate to hear that. According to the Des Moines Register, Tyson is the largest employer in town, and they've got 1,276 people. Thank you, John, for letting me know about that. That is sorry. Sorry, people are going to lose their jobs. They take care of their families. They put their kids through school. They take care of their kids. They pay for the kids to play games and stuff. I mean, come on. Back in a moment. We'll talk more after this. Thank you, John, for putting that in there.
Hey, this is Pastor Terrell Scott, and I come on Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. bringing the Word of God to bring transformation, hope, and deliverance to your life. God loves you, cares about you.
Oh, they did. Way to go, Chiefs. They got their Super Bowl rings. For what, the second time in 2 years?
So your life can be radically changed forever because God.
We care about all stuff here, sports and everything. We care about what everybody cares on here about. Congratulations.
To be prepared in today's world. Hi, I'm Holly. I'm the founder.
In a month after the closings, they have advertised to hire the newly housed. Oh, they're getting them for cheaper, John. They don't have to pay them as much. Uh-huh. They're not winning this year, the Chiefs. Who do you think's going to win coming up this year? What do you think about that? It is a football Friday. We'll talk a little bit about that next hour. Or the final hour, whichever one comes first. Whichever one comes first.
Same great taste, the best chicken around. Fish dinners, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's Wishbone Fried Chicken, right next door to their former location.
You say the Cowboys. Oh, you and Rod love Rod Peterson, our midday guy, loves Cowboys. He's midday everywhere. We're the only station he's on. You can only hope. Well, we were going to do all right, but then all that stuff come out with Kirk Cousins, so Atlanta Falcons probably going to be in the same situation as we always are. So don't worry about me saying, oh, the Falcons are going to win, because we're not dumb. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that, brother. It's great to have you subscribing, liking, subscribing, and sharing. Thank you very much. Three-peat incoming, says Daniel. He say three-peat. He's saying the Chiefs are going to three-peat. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, Toby. And if you guys want to help a brother out, $RyanShelander, RyanShelander. Yes, it's Ryan O'Neal on the air, and that's why it's Ryan O'Neal on the air, because of last name. People be like, what? How you say that last name so loud? But it's $ RyanShelander, RyanShelander, Cash App something if you want to. Thank you guys. Usually one of my top listeners are in here doing that for me. Only 3 likes. Hit that like button. Now we got 4. Get more than 4 too. Hit that like button. Just for the holidays, the Cowboys will choke as usual, says John. Oh, Toby. Daniel's not worried. He said the Chiefs are going to go all the way again. They're going to beat everybody. What about, hey, it's going up. There's more likes. What about, Daniel, what about Taylor Swift showing up? She going to be pregnant next year when she shows up? Oh, what did I do here? Did I not put these in? Let's see if I didn't put this in. I know I put the news in there. No, I didn't. I guess not. $100 and a Frappuccino for Ryan. Chiefs don't win. I'm not going to bet against the Chiefs, okay? I did cheer for the 49ers last year because my 2 o'clock guy is a 49ers guy. But I was cheering for his 49ers. But I'm not going to bet against the Chiefs. That would be not very bright. They got a future GOAT with Patrick Mahomes. Let's just be honest. I'm a Falcons guy, but my team never goes to my team never even goes to never even goes to the after the final game of the season. They go home. So. And then all that stuff that happened with Kirk Cousins. Oh, man. We in trouble. A lot of fans are like, hey, all right, if fifth round pick, who cares? Da, 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 da. We don't really want him anyway, does it? Yeah, he did, man. Patrick Mahomes beat the Eagles on one leg. You're right. I'm not arguing with you, Daniel. I agree with you. He is a GOAT. He's going to be a GOAT one day. I think there might be one coming in there. All right, we're going to talk a little football coming to the next hour because it's Football Friday. Let's do this right quick. Guys, this is awesome. A man that served our country in the military, a Michigan man who left high school to join the Korean War, finally received his high school diploma at age 90, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. And the government did take care of our veterans from back in the Korean War most of the time in those wars. Today, not so much. You see most of them on the streets. But that was back in the day. But anyway, I want to say that to that man. Congratulations. Whoa! As we get ready to head into the break here, we got Chiefs fans with Daniel and then Toby's is a Cowboys fan. He said, "I hear we might be getting a new coach." Daniel said, "Toby, I hope so. Y'all need one." Oh, here we go. Football action. We'll talk about UFL, and I got a couple newsworthy notes from Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Oh, God. All that's coming up next period. Back in a moment. Plus, we'll get some more headline news for you from around the country. Well, I didn't want that one. That's not the one I was going for. News story. Sorry. Talk about the water. I don't care about the Supreme Court. Don't care about the Supreme Court. But we are America's team. Yes, you are America's team. Hello. vomit in the house. Well, one thing is, at least as an Atlanta Falcons fan, we're like that little step brother that you guys go, they're cute over there. We're not even worried about them. So at least we don't get picked on by you guys. Chiefs are like way up here. Cowboys used to be up there, but they're in the middle somewhere. The Eagles. Falcons, we're down here. We're like, hey guys, how y'all doing up there? Congratulations. But we are above the Jaguars. Hey, Jaguars. Oh, you having a late dinner today in Australia? Way to go. Yes, the Cowboys are. And everybody loves cowboy gear. They love cowboy gear and Raider gear. Raider gear. My typical pineapple pizza. I'm back again. Ooh, all right, pineapple pizza. I'm just kidding. If you like pineapple pizza, that's good. Guess what I'm having for a late dinner? Oh, pineapple pizza. Yum, yum, yum. Any sports you're watching? Somebody was talking about, say we're watching the Euros earlier. I think the Falcons are going to be surprising this year. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. We hope so. We got a good coach, Coach Morrison. We got a good coach, a good coaching staff. I mean, I think we're going to do pretty good this year, but Super Bowl, I don't know if we'll go to the Super Bowl, but we're going to do pretty good this year. At least we're not the Titans and the Jaguars. I got to say that to some of my listeners that are listening in Jacksonville as well as Tennessee. At least we're not that. We've had a debate about pineapple and pepperoni before, I know. That was my big one. That was my second biggest poll question. We had another big poll question last week. I can't remember what it was. Over 200 or 300 people were on the poll question. People like to talk about food, and they like to talk about shows. That's right. They do spread across there. I remember growing up in the South, and the Cowboys jerseys and the Raiders jerseys was the biggest thing. I think everybody liked the Raiders because it was such a cool logo, and most of the singers and hip-hop stars at that time, for some of those kids when I was growing up, that's what they were wearing. But, of course, they were from L.A. at the time. And the Cowboys were just America's team. I think a lot of people wore Cowboys gear in the South because it was like, we got the Falcons. Yeah, we got the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons are better now, but yeah. Oh, man, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, man. Let's see. I had that. I have that wrote down. He's a Georgia boy, and he went to Clemson, so I'm happy for him. So, I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to help anything, but you can't have one good player on the team and then pick a few decent players. I don't like to ever say nobody's not decent, because if you make it to the NFL, yeah. At least we broke NFL record most pick six all the time. I had a story on him. Where is that story? Trevor Lawrence. Well, I mean, of course, the guy that owns AEW owns his family owns the Jacksonville Jaguars. So. What song you got stuck in your head? What did I do to you? I'm an everywhere man. Oh, there you go.
Our services for no cost, and all of our information is available on our website at www.cavitaforce.org or follow us on Facebook.
But the Atlanta Dream got beat last night. That's our WNBA team by the Fever. So we're in Atlanta. We're used to losing. Except for the Braves. The Hawks do well, too. Man, you brought that up, Daniel, and I want to talk about it. Now, dadgummit. I thought I had that down, how much he was making and everything. Oh, well. If you know, put it in there. Before we get into football, we'll do a little other news. Captain Hot Buns, our skateboarder who grew up and had kids and now had to take the summer off to get that knee repaired from hanging out with Tony Hawk so much in the summer times as a teenager. I'm glad you're doing well, Captain. So if the Celtics are 3 games ahead going into this weekend, and the Panthers are 3 games ahead in the Stanley Cup Finals in the NBA. And so, do you think Boston's going to go ahead and win it? Do you think $55 million a year? There you go. That's right. He deserves it. I'm gonna tell you, Trevor's gonna take care of his family. He's gonna come back. He's gonna put a lot of that back into that community there in Jacksonville for the youth. Trevor's a pretty good guy. He's, if they could just get some players on that team, Jacksonville, they looked pretty good last year. They'll do pretty decent this year. They get the right picks. But I can tell you right now, I can do any of what none of those guys do. So just call out the worst guy in the NFL. I couldn't even do what he does. He could be the worst, but I'd make him look like a star. So NFL, if you're watching this and you want to make your worst players look good, put me out there on the field, and then you'll say, "Oh, hey, so-and-so's not that bad." Falcons, if you're watching, Randy, good morning. Daily Bible verse. There is no greater love than this, than to lay your life down for your friend. There you go. I love that. Got more mails on this morning. Pete, you're still there, right? Oh, wait a minute. He's doing inventory. Oh. Toby said, if I was a coach, I would do something that's never been done in the NFL. I would fire everyone then hire all college kids, build a team from scratch. That's a good idea, Toby. I'm going to say that on the radio for you. Yeah, we can have quiet on the set. Where's my $55 million like Trevor Lawrence got? Oh, hey, yeah, I'm awesome on the radio. That's it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Oh, no. Randy said his coffee machine might be broke. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout It Out Loud across that RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. And finally, across 99.1 FM WQEE, the key, home of Southern sports, inspirational talk, and real news. We'll get a couple more news headlines for you this morning as we head into this hour. Plus, it's Football Friday. We'll talk UFL championship runoff. NFL news is popping up in the feed this morning, in our feed in the YouTube feed. Like, subscribe, and share there. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk about Tom Brady becoming a Hall of Famer for the Patriots. And Aaron Rodgers is skipping mandatory camp. He's going to pay that fine for it, and he don't care. Also, we'll drop in a little other sports news for you. And our poll question this morning, ladies and gentlemen, which of these sporting events will you be likely checking out this weekend? The Panthers and the Oilers, Game 4, as the Panthers came up from that stormy storm down in Florida, 5-hour delay, and came from behind to beat the Oilers in Game 4, 4-3. 11% of you say you'll check that out this weekend. 17% are saying you're going to see WWE's Clash of the Castle pay-per-view. Tonight, TNA's got their Against All Odds pay-per-view. 32% of you are going to be having the UFL Championship on your television Saturday at 5 p.m. as the Birmingham Stallions, the USFL champions, will take on the XFL champions San Antonio Brahmas in a rematch. The Brahmas beat the Stallions in the only regular game of the season for them that they've lost this year. Plus, it's a little redemption for the Stallions, but the Stallions also want to bring that championship home. It's all going to be in St. Louis. It's going to be the battleground at the Battlehawks Stadium. And that's 32% of you, and 37% of you say you're going to continue watching, yes, the Diamond. Baseball is still the popular thing going on. All right, Randy said his coffee machine is broken. Sorry, Randy. We're talking a little sports here this morning. God bless you, Randy. Randy says daily Bible verse, and I'm going to read this for you guys this morning and put it in here. He says, there is no greater love than this, than to lay down your life for your friends. That's his daily Bible verse today. Thank you, Randy. Also, we got John with us. I'm going to continue to watch this show. Thank you, John. Yes, we continue to push this show. Like, subscribe, and share. Get as many likes on this and share as much as possible. Let's get it going on. Toby said if he was a coach, he would want to do something a little different in the NFL, which is basically fire everybody and hire all college kids to build a team from the ground up. That's a pretty good idea. I don't know how strong the team would be, but at least they would be coming into your philosophy as a coach and everything, which is probably the biggest downfall for most teams. Biggest downfall for most teams right there is the coach might do good. He might be a terrible coach in Tennessee, but heads out to Las Vegas and coaches and the team starts winning. It's just the philosophy and the connection of the team and his coaching staff and whether they're on the same page is the biggest thing that I've noticed in football. So in any sports, really. So a team of rookies would be rough. It would be rough, John. But I think what Toby's thinking is like bringing them up in your philosophy as a coach, because when so many people have had their own thought processes, like we've got Kirk Cousins on the Falcons this season for now and everything. But if him and Coach Morris don't have the same philosophy and the same thought, it's going to be a struggle throughout the season. You tell me to do my job, but I'm going to make a play right here that I think should be done, whether you're telling me to do the opposite. So there you go. White Rabbit THC, what games do you play? It's video games. That's fine. Drop them in there and let us know. I don't really do much video games, but I do love the Super Mario Brothers and the Mario Brothers stuff. So Call of Duty's cool as you all out. And then there was one that was set in the cowboy days, and you could be regular cowboys, or you could be zombie cow, or one guy shooting a bunch of zombie cowboys. Can't remember the name of that. Dead something. Dead City or something. Those are pretty cool. I've watched people play them. Yeah. And then the wrestling ones are all good. All right. Anyway, in a couple of years, they could be unstoppable unit. Yep. If you build them up right. In the beginning, they're going to lose, but yeah. It'll be a rough, but building them up in the military, building them up like the military does makes them unstoppable. There you go. I love how you guys are talking about that. Guys, what do you think? Daniel brought up the idea of our future president, because I'm going to be his vice president. Chiefs fan. I'm a Falcons fan. We'll get along very well. $55 million for Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is a Georgia boy, went to Clemson, big star, long-haired hippie like me. So you know what? He's my brother from another mother. He's brother from another mother and another father. I'm happy for his $55 million. And knowing Trevor and the kind of young man he is, he'll be doing a lot for the community in that area. He won't just be taking that $55 million and wasting it where, he'll be putting some of it up back for savings. This is Trevor now. I'm telling you, for people that know him from Georgia and how his family was, he'll be putting some of that in savings because he knows he can't play football forever. He'll be taking care of some family members. He'll be putting back in communities. He'll be doing things for communities and stuff. So that $55 million won't be just him sitting around trying to go to the club, because Trevor don't do that. I just hope that they get a better unit around him this year. They did well last year, but a whole better unit. I mean, they did give the Falcons a game last year. There you go. See too much, $55 million, but college kids would be happy with $5 million. I know that's right. I'd be happy with $5 million, Toby. You guys want to give me $5 million to do this show? I'll be happy. I don't need the $55 million. But yeah, it is too much. But knowing Trevor, to be honest with you, knowing Trevor, it's not going to be, he got it for himself. He got it as a long-term deal to go, okay, they could cut me in a few years, this, that, and the other. This could go here, that can go there. Oh, I could get injured, because Trevor was a running quarterback, guys, in college. He was Clemson while everybody else was just there. So, and I remember having games here on the network from Georgia Tech taking on Clemson every year. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was a Trevor Lawrence, touchdown, Trevor Lawrence, touchdown. Kind of like a certain guy, Tim Tebow was in Florida years ago. So. Okay, I'll give you 100 Frappuccinos to do the show. 100 Frappuccinos? Well, how much are they if they're $15 per 100, just give me the 100 times 15 in money. That'll work out, and then I can get my own Frappuccinos. 17 minutes past the hour, 73 degrees. Beautiful sunny skies in the metro Atlanta area. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Thank you guys for that. And thank you, Daniel, for dropping in that on the Trevor Lawrence. I knew I had something on him, but I couldn't remember what it was. All right, let's do our daily devotion for the listeners here this morning, brought to you by Newnan City Church, 17 First Avenue here in the metro Atlanta area, Newnan. Every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. services inside, 9 a.m. and 10:30 outside under the tent. Hip cool kids show up at 6:30 p.m. Pastor Jimmy Ellison inviting everybody out to every Sunday. That's right, my church of choice. And we helped with them. They went from one church service to now 4 and doing things during the week and everything. Newnan City Church, transforming lives for Jesus' sake. Hope we can go cowboy chats. Yeah, you can do all you want to do that. I don't care. Talk about everybody you want to talk about. It's cool. That's what we do in this chat. It's probably the most free chat on the page, on the YouTube page or anywhere on the internet. They're probably keeping my how many people are actually viewing me down so that you guys think, all right, get off. Actually, because every day they send me something. You had this many people today. I'm like, but I didn't see that many people on there today. I had over a couple of hundred one day, and there was only 8 in the chat. I was like, where, what? Why can't you just let it be up there in the chat that many? I got to figure out why that's not showing it. Anyway, coming from Jesus Listens from Sarah Young, the author of Jesus Calling. This is the daily devotion. Isaiah 40, 30, 31, and Psalm 63, 2 together. Powerful Savior, you tell me in your word you are able to do incredible things, more than I can imagine. So I come to you with a positive expectation, know that there's no limits to what you can accomplish. I confess that I sometimes feel discouraged and because so many of my long-term prayers are still unanswered. I know that feeling. Please help me to wait patiently, trusting in you in the midst of uncertainty. You have promised that those who wait for you will gain new strength, and I definitely need more strength. That's me. You have shown me that the more extreme my circumstances are, the more likely I am to see you, your power, your glory at work in this situation. In Jesus' name, amen. There you go, brothers and sisters. Amen. It only displays logged in viewers, not people viewing while not logged into YouTube. Oh, okay, John. Thank you for telling me that. That's a good one right there. I'm going to have to trust in Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, good. So I'm glad I got a lot more people actually watching than I see in this thing, because it makes me feel like, oh, ain't nobody watching. When I got 50,000 plus listening on the shoutcast, it's a little like that. I appreciate that. Thank you, John. Thank you, brothers, for saying amen on that. There you go. Well, we got a lot more stuff to talk about here. 21 minutes past the hour still, 73 degrees. Before we get into any more football news for all of you wonderful Football Friday people, because this is a Football Friday, and we have an Extreme Football Friday between 12 and 5 every Friday with the Rod Peterson Show. NFL, CFL action. He'll talk NHL today too, 12 to 2. Rod Peterson. He is Canada's very own, very own knowledgeable sports analyst, and he lives in Florida. So there you go. Also, ladies and gentlemen, 2 to 3, it's the Sports Beat Richard Holders. He'll talk CFL, XFL, USFL, CFL, and high school football action. And 3 to 5, college football action, also college in the 2 o'clock hour with the Braves Country Radio. They'll do Braves baseball and other stuff. So that's Football Friday coming up for you. Thank you for the thumbs up, Graffiti Bridge. What a cool name. Excuse me, this is Smackdown Friday. Yes, it is Smackdown Friday. I'm going to start calling it Smackdown Friday too. I just jumped into Football Friday because my boys from 12 to 5 do that on their shows. Uh-oh, whoa, what just happened there? What just happened on there? Time to go to break. Matt missing. Oh, Matt's missing again. He needs to be punished. Yeah, we're gonna put him inside the penalty box. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Since it's in my poll question about the Panthers and the Oilers, I got to talk about this. I got to talk about this. 3-star players for the Florida Panthers scored 3 goals in 6 minutes and 19 seconds span to lead the Florida Panthers to a big win over the Oilers on Thursday night in Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals. The trio of goals came in the second period, powering the 4-3 triumphant victory at Rogers Place and putting the Panthers within one win of taking the Stanley Cup back to Florida. Now, my midday guy, Rod Peterson, he's pulling for the Panthers, of course, and his wife is a Oilers fan. It's a good thing he's on the road in Canada all summer long. By the time he gets back home, she won't put him on the couch if they win. Good morning, Judge Dredd. How you doing this morning? Game 4 is the best of 7 game series. Will be coming up on Saturday on the same ice. And, of course, it's historically 1942 Toronto Maple Leafs overcome a 3-0 Stanley Cup final deficit and won the title. So can the Oilers do the same thing? Oilers fans believe so. Florida, they came from a flooded area where they had 5 hours delay, where they couldn't get on a flight to actually get there, to barely make it to the game, and then get to the game and win. So Panthers, I believe, got to look out for them. They might win this. I called the Panthers and the Oilers going to the Stanley Cups this year, and I said the Panthers will win it. I didn't think they would win it in the first 4 games, because I really thought it was going to be 2 games Panthers, 2 games Oilers, and then the Panthers win the next 2 games or whatever, and it would be over. But 3 games in a row, man. UFC, woohoo! Doc Brown, good morning to you from down under. She says other, that's what she's going to be checking out. So, wow. We got a little football action for you, and we're going to talk about WWE's Clash at the Castle a little later on. But MLB's still taking the number one spot. Everybody's still like, hey, I'm watching baseball. Sorry, Ryan, this baseball are nothing for me. All right. We don't get into the whole thing where everybody, Panthers and Oilers, I thought I'd unknowingly time traveled and you were talking NFL. I know, right? Panthers and Oilers, the Houston, and never mind. I knew what you were talking about, John. Well, Ollie Boston tied her career high with 27 points to lead the Indiana Fever right past our Atlanta Dream last night in the fourth win of the season. The Fever pulled off their victory despite Caitlin Clark having 7 turnovers. The young lady who has brought more money and eyes to the WNBA in years is having a hard time adjusting to play in the professional level. Well, Boston did record their 13th rebounds in the 91-84 victory last night in Indianapolis, and Kelsey Mitchell chopped in at 24 points for those Fever. So congratulations to the Fever, but I wanted our Atlanta Dreams to win. But Caitlin Clark, young lady, she is bringing a lot of eyes to the things. Yeah, used to move to Tennessee and then became the Titans, and the Titans are not as good as they were when they were Houston. So, congratulations. I hope that she can get it together. I hope that the negative press coming to her or the positive press coming to her, I hope that Caitlin Clark, if you're listening to this, which you eventually will hear this because so many people in the AEW and WWE hear me when they talk because they start changing things. Young lady, think like this. Take a breath, pull back. The reason anybody is watching the WNBA right now, we know it's on your shoulders and it's because of you, but get back to where you were when you were in college. You need to, this second half, you need to pull back a little bit. You need to pull back a little bit and take a breath. And like Captain Hot Bun says, she's also getting a lot of hate from the older players that don't like her. They're just jealous that, look, Brittany Griner, when she first started or whatever she is, when she first started, she was making headlines. They didn't like her. And then she heads off and gets thrown in prison and she learns that America is a great place to be. She's back over here. She should understand more than anybody. And if she's part of this group that's doing this to this young lady, that is just not right. She should understand it more than anything. But listen, Caitlin, if I know you eventually will hear this. Caitlin, listen, young lady. Don't let it get to you. You're an up-and-coming star. Don't let that get to you. Take a breath. Remember who you are. You're Caitlin Clark from Iowa. There you go. That's all I'm going to say. I'm in cloud 9. Too much smoke. I'm good. Toby's smoking. Sweet Leaf says, send that over this way, brother. She is the future of the WNBA, I think. She is. Well, there's going to be more people buying, bigger accounts buying. Hate just means you're doing something right. That's right, John. It does. So that young lady, all I'm saying is continue to move. It's moving the needle. It's actually women's sports needs to be respected. And now it finally is. And we've got a star in there. We got a star, Caitlin Clark. I know people don't like to hear this, but she is, and I know you don't want to compare it to this guy, but, of the elder statesmen, she is the female version of the Michael Jordans or the female version of Larry Birds or even LeBron James. I know some of you don't like LeBron James, but she's brought more eyes to this summer than anything. And when that game was on, there were a lot of people watching the game, even with her making the mistakes she made. And you know what? As a business owner, say if you were running the Pepsi-Cola company, because if you're running Tyson's Food, you'd be in trouble. You probably wouldn't sponsor her if you run Tyson's Food, right, John? They probably wouldn't. They're going to do some soccer. I'm just kidding. Say you're running Pepsi-Cola, you're going to be like, you know what? I never wanted to be on the WNBA, but this Caitlin Clark girl, everybody's talking about her. I want to sponsor just WNBA. So that's what's going on there. And she's going to get better as she grows too. She's just her first year. She's a rookie. So I just want that to get to her head. I forgot to tell you, y'all, something. I love you guys. And thanks to Ryan for a great show and a great host. Much love, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sweetie says Sweetie says, Toby sounds like he's having a good time over there. I'm just going to say it. Don't read this over the air. Oh, okay. All right. I won't read that over the air. That could be true, John. That could be. But that young lady, I'm just going to say this to her as we get ready to head into the break. Remember, Caitlin, I know eventually this is going to get to you. You're a star in the making. Most people that are really in the media, like I am, see you as the first ever real Michael Jordan in that WNBA, first ever real LeBron James, and that's a lot of pressure on you. Go back, be Caitlin from Iowa and kick some butt. There you go. Daniel says, LOL, Toby. Woo! I don't want to get into all that. Oh, Toby cared. He loves the show, Daniel. Daniel's like, I'm just going to get on here and pick at it, Ryan. No, he won't. He's been good this morning, too. He loves us. But not like Toby does. That's true, Captain Hot Buns. What you just said is true right there. That's true. Because when she comes out of the uniform, she can dress up pretty nice, can't she, guys? And some of you single guys want to be like, yep, I'd take Caitlin out, let her take care of me. Toby said he'll take her out and let her take care of him. Back in a moment. What's up, David? How you doing? From Montreal. Hey, man, I called the Panthers. I know your Oilers got to win Saturday. She does need to calm down, relax. She'll do better if she does. The wholesome content this side of Mississippi. I try to be. We got kids on here, and then of course we want to encourage our youth. The best way to encourage our youth and explain things to them is to do it that way. They listen more. I know kids that are 6 or 7, they'll tell you this is wrong and racism is wrong and some of the things you guys said on here are wrong. They wouldn't say you're wrong. They say what you guys said were wrong was wrong. You got to present it to them the right way. That's why we try to do it. That's why I try to do it that way. Probably be a sweep. I think so, David. I think it'll be a sweep. But if you know who Rod Peterson is, it's a good thing he's on the road this summer all through Canada doing his show, because if he was doing his show at home in Florida, he'd be sleeping on the couch because his wife is an Oilers fan. No, I don't think she would actually do that to him. I don't know, maybe. Well, I'm not going to do a news story on the Olympic swimmer person thing because that's not even news. So just to let you guys know. That's not even news. We're going to get into some sports stuff, football stuff next. So the whole, can Tyson win? I'm pulling for him because Tyson's got that mouth. He'll bite his ear. He'll bite Jake Paul's ear off, throw a little salt and pepper on it. I'll get that in. It's going to be tasty, huh? If Tyson could get into it, Stone Cold Steve Austin, yeah, I think so. Because today, maybe Stone Cold's not what he used to be, but back then, Stone Cold was one rough son of a gun in real life. I know some people are like, well, wrestling's fake. Well, Stone Cold wrestled fake, but Stone Cold to hit you, it would hurt. Same way with The Undertaker. That's how come Alberto Del Rio got so fat, bad to the bone, because people like Rob Van Dam were beating him up and bloodying him. Think about all that. Sheamus and all them came up right when it hauled we started participation trophy and don't hurt nobody in wrestling. And Vince brought back some guys to hurt them. So now they're doing the same thing to this generation. Love it. You got to pass it along. It will have to be a fast knockout. He can do a fast knockout. The foosball's the devil. All right, let's talk about foosball because John says it's the devil. David's with us this morning. He believes, like I believe, it might be a sweep for the Florida Panthers, especially after that long flight, 5-hour delay, and they still came back from behind. I guess everybody was like saying, oh, the Panthers are going to be weak. And if the Oilers win it last night, it's because the Panthers were not up to par. Panthers was like, no, man, we're not going to play that. Our Chiefs fan, Chief Daniel, that's what we're going to call him now since he's a big Chiefs fan on here with us this morning. We appreciate you, everybody. Which sporting event are you most likely to check out this weekend? I'm going to check out. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be checking them all out. Really want to see the final Saturday night between the Panthers and the Oilers, Game 4. 21% of the votes there. It could be the final game of the Stanley Cup Finals and the NHL season. Also, 21% say WWE Clash at the Castle. I will definitely be checking that out. And tonight, probably check out TNA Against All Odds because it is Smackdown Friday. UFL, I will be checking this championship game out. I want to see the Stallions win. The USFL champions take on the XFL champions. The Stallions take on the Brahmas in Battlehawk Stadium in the battle for the UFL championship, 5 p.m. on Saturday. I believe it's on ABC. Let me see. Yep, I think it's on ABC is what it's saying. Yep, there you go. And that's 25% of the votes. And most of you say, hey, we're just going to be watching baseball, Major League Baseball. 33% of the votes. It is a football Friday, Smackdown Friday. Laying the Smackdown on your candy, you know what. I will be pushing. I will be, in November going for Mike Tyson because I think he's one rough and tumble guy. He still got it. But Jake Paul is a tough kid himself. So I think it'd be one heck of a matchup. But it's going to be an exhibition matchup. So if it had been if it was actually a real fight, oh man. And Tyson get that one quick fist, he'd hurt Paul. But if Paul could keep it going and get him tired, he could beat him. If it was a real deal. But it's an exhibition match, so probably won't be as bad to the bone. Doc Brown says she is into UFL this weekend. That's her other. UFC, I'm sorry. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday from Cher in Iowa. Probably kin to Caitlin Clark because everybody there is kin. I'm just kidding. That's what they say about us in the South. With or without his cane, laugh out loud, says Toby. Oh, he's saying Mike Tyson's got a cane. You want to take out that old man? He gonna knock somebody out. All right, we can talk about Tom Brady, the GOAT, in just a few moments. Right now, let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. No, he's not in some darkened room again, praying to some light, smoking 180 proof THC, while the regular folks out here, they're smart, they're growing their own. He's like, dude. Sweet Lee's like, man, that dude's crazy. He needs to be doing the all natural stuff. Anyway, this ain't nothing about him doing any kind of conspiracy theories or whatever. Okay, this is about him taking some time off for something that he told preseason coaches that he would not be able to make it the mandatory mini camps because of a very important event to him. Now, is he getting married? Is a family member of his graduating, or is a family member of his playing some sport somewhere? Of course, we don't know what he's doing, so I'm just going to kind of, tell it like that. No, mine are bigger than that because it's a real show, buddy. And you're in the RyanORadio Penitentiary. welcome to the penitentiary and all my inmates. We love to, hurt. We love to hurt the feelings of trolls. Sorry, Charlie, you're gone. Blub, blub, blub. Anyway, let's get back to it. But yeah, what do you think he's doing? I need one of my detectives on here to go follow him and find out if what he's doing, where he's going. Is he going, so he's taking some time off. He's going to be paying. New inmates welcome. That's right, real inmates. Rodgers participated in the the Jets voluntary workouts. He was at the Jets facility on Monday and participated in the media day. The 40-year-old missed 16 games last season due to having a tear in his tendon. The four-time NFL MVP told the team on the website last month that he was hoping for a little bit more smoother ride during his second campaign with the AFC East franchise. We'll see how well he does this season. What do you think about the Jets? Hubert, I'm gonna answer your question in a moment. You think the Jets are gonna look better this season? Do you think Tom will actually get on the field? Not Tom. Do you think Aaron would actually get on the field? Thinking about Tom Brady here in a moment. Wow, you're pretty nasty, aren't you, Lobs? All right, let's see here. I think I'm cool. My mom and daddy were inbreded. Hurt. You can't be talking about sleeping with your mom on here, buddy. I'm sorry. We know you're probably from middle Mississippi somewhere, and your eyes go two different directions. But, Anyway, John says Tyson's going to tear more than Jake's tendon. New inmates, welcome, Christopher. All right, let's go here. Hubert, what's up? My girlfriend is cooking raccoon neck with mashed potatoes for lunch today. Tasty. Are you in the mountains somewhere, buddy? Yep. Are you in the mountains somewhere, buddy? He's having a good time. Hubert is. Anyway, what do you think about it? I don't know. Ellie, what? Do you support furries? If that's what you want to do with your life. Are you talking about support animal rights? Yeah, we're all right for animal rights. You talking about people that dress up in furry outfits and do things? Hey, if that's what you want to do. We don't care here. You're in here with the RyanORadio Penitentiary inmates. Yeah, mentally, Roger says, I'm there. Physically, I got to get the confidence to let loose. I'm getting closer to that. At some point, it will be just a distant memory, and I'll be 100% ready to go. So there we go, 100% ready to go. It is a Sports Friday there. Yeah. Yeah. So what you guys think? You think Aaron Rodgers, I think he just needs to keep his mouth shut and just continue to play football. I want to see him bring a championship to the Jets, but he ain't going to have a chance because the Chiefs are going to win it again, especially according to Daniel, one of our listeners here. Oh, Lord. 15 minutes away from the top of the hour. It's currently holding that. Can you believe it? 73 degrees in the Atlanta market. That's right. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Toby says, yes, he could bring a championship home and he could do well. Thank you. All right, hey, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Brady was given the honor, an iconic honor of his number 12 being that will never be worn again in New England as the Patriots play tribute to him, the team owner, Robert Kraft, and everything to one of the greats in New England, Tom Brady, the former quarterback for the franchise and Hall of Fame inductee. Kraft made an announcement during a ceremony on Wednesday at the Gillette Stadium that the event also will featured also musicians Kenny Chestnut playing and Jay-Z. There you go. Tom Brady was honored, put in their New England Hall of Fame or something. Tom Brady, he also has a little bit of money in the Las Vegas Aces and the Las Vegas Raiders out there too. And he's going to be on, is it Fox? I think he's going to be on this fall. He's going to be back again. Was it Fox or ABC? I can't remember where he was. But he's going to be calling some games. Play-by-play. Not play-by-play, but color commentating for some games. And giving some information again. So that's it. Tom Brady, one of the greats there. So we got that out of the way and that out of the way. And before we go take a break, I want to get this out of the way. You guys, we've been talking about it. The UFL championship game at the Dome in America Center, St. Louis, Missouri, in the Battle Hawk Stadium as the Birmingham Stallions, the USFL champions, battle the XFL champions, San Antonio Brahmas, Saturday, 5 p.m., and that is going to be the championship game. And I say the Stallions take it. They're coming back for some revenge. Whose fans are going to travel? Let me go ahead and tell you something. You'll be checking that out, Daniel. I love it. It's been a good season. What I loved about this is there was no one team didn't run over another team too much. It was like a 21-14 game. The teams were pretty tight, even though some of the teams lost a lot. And one of the teams over there, the Renegades, didn't win but maybe one game this season. It was a pretty good spring football season and the first ever for the two organizations to come together. I liked it. Daniel says Tyson's going to whoop old Jake. Everybody's saying that. I'm with you on that one. But SB laughing my ass off. He can't even read it right. Can't even read what right? You think you can read, SB? I think I can read. I quit school at 16. My mama told me I was educated, even though me and my mom sleep in the same bed at night. I didn't read it right, dumbass. Got another dumbass on there. Jake is going to hurt that old man. Oh, we're getting a fight in here. Toby's like, Jake's going to whoop that old man's butt. And all of us old men are like, no, man, Tyson's going to win. The Dome in the America Center. I said it right. St. Louis, Missouri, 5 p.m., June 6th. Stallions and Brahmas. There you go. Anyway, I'm going for it. I think the Stallions, they were asking this question, whose team is fans are going to travel better? It's going to be the Birmingham Stallions. Alabama/Georgia, Southern people that support SEC, they travel with their team no matter whether their team goes to California, Florida, New York, wherever they go, they travel. Captain Hot Bun says, yep, Tyson's going to beat that ass. Woo! I've seen Tyson fights. He used to be dangerous, but not anymore, says Toby. Tyson's going to pop some Geritol and smoke and then put Jake in his place. That's what we got to do, Daniel. I got some Geritol, but I don't even take it anymore, and I'm still naturally this way. As soon as I get off the air, I'm like, oh, man. We're going to take a break back in a moment. Oh, Toby, I'm glad you're pulling for him. I'm glad you're pulling for Jake, and you want to pull for him. But it's going to be an exhibition matchup, so I don't really know whoever wins is going to be a winner. I just want to see Mike Tyson try to bite the ear off. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see him try to bite the ear off, right, Mike? Yeah, I'm going to bite the ear off. I'll tell you what, guy. Toby, you got a problem with me? Come on, I'm going to take you out, Toby. Toby, don't worry. I'm going to take your boy Jake out. He ain't going to mess with me. All these other ones, Daniel, Captain Hot Buns, and all of them. Christopher, everybody on here pulling for me. Back in a moment. Just picking with you, Toby.
Hey, this is Pastor Terrell Scott. I come on Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. bringing the Word of God to bring transformation, hope, and deliverance to your life. God loves you, cares about you, and wants to instruct and guide you in His Word. So I can tell you, Sunday at 11 a.m. and Tuesday at 11 a.m. Tune in so your life can be radically changed forever. Because God
Yeah, it's been a while since he's been in the ring, but you know, if it was a real matchup, I'm not really sure he probably could, but being an exhibition, I don't really know what's going to happen. Toby can't. We just disagree. Toby can't. We just disagree with our money on the line. Laugh out loud. Ooh, y'all gonna do some betting? I need to start doing betting odds on this show for you guys, especially on Fridays. Since Mondays we usually do more sports. Fridays usually fun Fridays. Get a little wrestling wrap up for you here in a moment.
This is Dave Scott, host of Smackdown Radio. Come join us every night starting at midnight on WQEE 99.1 FM. Together, we will head down a path of mystery and unbelievable stories.
Well, I want both of you to lose then, because they both will send $10 to me. That'd be 20. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Toby and Daniel are going to bet on the Tyson Paul fight, which is coming up in November, because they had to reschedule because of his. And they said the loser will send Ryan $10. Well, what's going to happen is I'm gonna send Stone Cold in there, and he's going to stun both of them. And they're both going to lose, and then both of you have to send me $10. That's the bottom line, called Stone Cold said so. Hey, we haven't forgot the NBA, by the way, just to let you guys know. We're going to do movies. We'll talk about what's coming up this weekend, what you need to watch. It is Father's Day on Sunday, by the way. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and grandfathers out there that put up with the kids. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I got to say this. Don't just buy him some tie or just go throw a dadgum frozen dinner in there. He's a patriarch of your family. He works one heavy job that he takes you away from the family every day for 12 hours a day, or he works 2 or 3 jobs, or whatever. Thanks for blowing the horn out there. Make sure Father's Day you do something special for dad. No, I know a lot of dads out there are like, well, it's my day. I'm just going to barbecue out. We're going to do steaks. We know how we are. Dads, listen to me. Let them buy and take you out to dinner this weekend. You deserve it. You're the patriarch. And you're like, well, the gas price is a little too much. All right. Let them ride you on the bike somewhere or whatever. So Father's Day is on Sunday. Juneteenth is Saturday. Another day representing the first official freedom of slaves in America. So there's going to be a lot of events going on in Palometa, Lynette, Alabama, and all around. Make sure you guys be a part of that on Saturday as well. That's just some of the things to talk about. And we got other events we're going to tell you about too. I want to get in there to you. But remember that. Oh, yeah, the adult programs over at the Carnegie Library here in Noonan. Today is the 14th day. They're off, but tomorrow's Hometown Novels Writers Association, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. It is Writers Workshop, and you could be a part of that as well. If I were to relocate to Georgia, what's a good spot? Well, Steve, I have to say Noonan. And the reason I have to say Noonan is it's more family friendly, more conservative, more families. But when people go out and have opinions and march and for things, nobody attacks people. Noonan, N-E-W-N-A-N. County to county, plus we are the home of The Walking Dead. We've had many films moved here, many movies filmed here in downtown, and great location. You got everything from great local businesses to national businesses. It's just a little of everything. So, and you could live in the country if you wanted to in Moreland or Sharpsburg. Carrollton's a good place up the road from us, as well as I would stay out of Gwinnett because it's too much goes on there, too much traffic. But if you had to work in Atlanta, it's a better to go from Noonan to there. So there you go. And you got WQEE. There you go. Yeah, that's right. I mean, people disagree around here, but don't physically get into fights and everything. I mean, we do have idiots that shoot people. Don't get me wrong. We do have people that do things like that, but every town does. We do have people do stupid things and then they can run from the law sometimes. We do do that, but that's once in a blue moon. But overall, it's a great place. Ask anyone that lives there. So there you go. And we got a viable downtown, which is unlike most places. Also, Pine Mountain's a good place. Warm Springs is a good place. Those are a couple of great places. Everything. All right, I didn't get finished. We're going to take a break. I didn't get finished telling you about the sports thing. Thank you for asking, Steve. NBA action tonight, 8:30 p.m. on ABC in Dallas. Game 3 between the Boston Celtics and the Dallas Mavericks. Will the Mavericks make a comeback tonight, make this 3-1, or will the Boston Celtics take this game and have a shutout? You guys let me know that too. That's coming up, and then we told you last for tomorrow night. Also, another football newsworthy note. Southern Mississippi University is mourning the shooting death of a senior defensive back at the school's football team. Marcus M.J. Daniels Jr. died of an apparent gunshot wound on Tuesday that happened in an apartment complex that he was staying in. We'll talk more about that. Buffalo, New York, every day. Shots fired. Yep. Well, you won't have to worry too much about that around here. And people not stupid enough to fight the blue around here. Like, my cousin's on the police force, and he'll whoop my butt if I start acting up. All right, guys, back in a moment. We'll get some Sunbelt baseball to round it out and what's going on. I know there's parts of New York that if you moved into upper state New York, a little further away from Buffalo would be great. You'd love the weather here. First 2 years you were here, Steve, you'd be walking around in a tank top. Everybody else would go, ooh, you'd be like, wait, what's wrong with you Southern people? Y'all cold? You think 25 is cold? I don't see any snow. That's what you be saying, Steve. We definitely do that here. But our blue is definitely cool, though. They, when we had marches here a few years back during the riots are going around the country over George Floyd. We had a march here. Nobody tried to attack the police, and the police was out there walking with the people. That's how Noonan is. Noonan's just all about, we disagree, but we respect one another. If the rest of the world was like us, if the rest of the United States was like Noonan, I think we'd have a heck of a country. Now, I'm not saying we're perfect. I'm just saying that we try to get along. Uh-oh. There you go. That's going to be a good one coming out. Yeah. So. And right now, we don't have any protests going on anything here. So we're reading about it all over the rest of the country. And like everybody in Noonan is like, what? Now we were the first to go back to work. Shh. 3 months while the rest of you guys were in shut down and everything. 3 months later, Noonan was like, okay, we're opening back up. Shh. Don't tell the rest of the nation. I can say that now. That was 4 years ago. I wasn't telling that on the radio when I was here. I was like, yeah. We're all like everybody else. I mean, we were still ordering our food and taking it home. But, yeah. You need a Waffle House up here? Oh. Dude, we got 3 in Noonan alone. We got 2 on both interstates. You got one on every single interstate exit. Then we got one right in the middle of Temple down here, which is called Temple Avenue. And that's basically for the locals. Actually, the one here on Temple, its food is way better than the other ones. And I don't like Waffle House because of I don't drink, so I don't like the Waffle House. But this one's good here. Oh, you didn't? Well, hey, everybody didn't believe in it, didn't have to take a shot. The only reason some people took the shot around here was they were saying, hey, we're going to open back up and go back to work. And like, I'm going back to work. I don't want to be stuck in the damn home. One shot. Most of those people got one shot. And it was the water shot. Wasn't going to do anything for you the first shot. Well, just to make you feel good. But I know people with COVID. I got a member of my church. She's got it. And she's got the long-term version of it. She's an elderly lady. But, of course, she had other health problems, too. So, but I do believe it's real. But like I said, we used to have 4 Waffle Houses here, now only 2. What? Really? Before I left Nevada and I was living in Boulder City, they had some in Arizona and they were talking about building some closer to Boulder City, Nevada. So I haven't been out there in a while. Maybe they do have another one. And I told everybody, I said, well, if you get the right people cooking in it, they're going to be good. If you don't have the right chefs cooking in there, and yeah, I call them chefs, even though it's just a restaurant, I call them chefs because I know I couldn't do that job. There's no way somebody's yelling out, smother, color, brother, get the minutes, yelling everything out, and these guys two cooking it. I'd be like, what? So they're chefs to me. But if you get a good chef in a Waffle House, man, best food around. I just don't like their steaks because it's like eating rubber. Toby, I somewhat agree with you. Good morning. 12's in his house.
Expert in Medicare, health insurance, and life insurance. Look no further than CP Financial. Meet Charmaine, your trusted agent. Charmaine works with multiple companies, ensuring you get the options.
Oh, what's up? Good morning. I like that you got the KFC Colonel's picture on there. chicken. Is that the Chickenator 98? Chickenator 88? I like that. Yep. I kind of feel like that way too, Toby. Because they didn't know anything about it in the beginning. That's why they wanted us at home. But 3 months after it was over, that's when we opened up here in Newton. I can say that now. Now, we didn't open up all the restaurants and stuff, but people went back to their meal jobs and call center jobs. Because when they were working at home, it was just too much hassle. Yeah. But I'm not going to tell noon until now. Every day during the first 3 months, though, I'm walking to work because I live close enough to the station. Just getting waved by the police. They were not like, "Hey, what are you doing out?" They're like, "What's up? Good to see another human being." You notice how I came up with the name, the Penitentiary. I was doing my show during the time. It was RyanORadio Media Morning Show. And we started calling it the Penitentiary. Our listeners at the time started calling it the Penitentiary because we're all in lockdown. They said we were all in lockdown. I saw somebody say, a local police officer say, "Welcome inmates." And I was like, "Inmates? We're all in lockdown." I said, "This is the penitentiary," because I was doing the USO penitentiary thing. And so I kind of came up with the RyanORadio Penitentiary during that time. Because everybody, I said, "Oh, you guys are inmates, you're in lockdown." I said, "We just call it the RyanORadio Penitentiary." So that's the backstory of the show. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back into RyanORadio Penitentiary. You're in lockdown, and all the inmates are with us this morning. 50,000 plus of you worldwide on the Shoutcast Shout It Out Loud. Across the RyanORadio media page. Earth, Rock Radio, New Mexico, Arizona, and the Navajo Nation. We're across the British Columbia Isles of Canada. And finally, right here, RyanORadio Penitentiary is on 99.1 FM, WQEE the Key, home of Southern Sports, inspirational talk, and much, much more. We want to thank everybody for tuning in on the YouTube page. Like, subscribe, and share there. You want to help a brother out? $RyanShelander, RyanShelander is my cash app. You want to help me get a pizza this weekend? That'd be great. Send a few dollars there. Send a few dollars my way. All right, let's get into it. It's period number 3. We thank you. The Chickenator 88 is on with us now. What a cool name. 12 is with us. KFC does rule. But it's still not as good as Wishbone here in Newton. There's another reason Steve to move to Newton. Wishbone fried chicken. All right, and we got a movie theater here too. We got everything. We're a small little city. Call ourselves the city of homes. I say we're the small little city. All right. Which sporting event will you be checking out this weekend? 24% say the Panthers Oilers game 4 tomorrow night. WWE Clash at the Castle tomorrow night, 21%. UFC championship game between the Stallions and the Brahmas at Battlehawk Stadium, 24% tomorrow at 5 p.m. Or 30% say Major League Baseball. Do I remember you? I do sort of kind of remember you. You're gonna have to remind me. Because sometimes those old folks forget things. I do know you somewhere. All right, one more, a little bit of sports, and that's it, and we're done with the sports news. On this Smackdown Friday, that's what John's calling it. All right, Friday. Baseball games in the Sunbelt locally. The Atlanta Blues take on the Bucks, 6:35 tonight. The Cannons take on the Gold Diggers tonight at 6:35. The Waleska Wild Things play host to the Chakalaka Monsters of Alabama, 7:05. And Aviators take on the Atlanta Crackers at 7:05. What's up, Audrey? How you doing this morning, too? Thank you for being on with us from Upper New York. Did you like and subscribe to the page yet? Yeah, the NBA Finals are going to be tonight, 8:30 p.m. Celtics and Mavericks, as the Boston Celtics go 3, and they're 3-0 right now. Do you think that the Mavericks are going to come from behind, or do you think the Celtics are going to take a 4-game shutout? Thank you, Audrey. I was going to follow you back and And as well, like I do all of our listeners here, I always subscribe back to you guys. Saturday night's game in the Sunbelt, the Cannons and the Gold Diggers 6:35, the Monsters and the Wild Things, the Bucks and the Blues at 7:05, and the Aviators take on the Atlanta Crackers 8:05 tomorrow night. So do you think Boston is going to beat Dallas tomorrow night for 4 games straight in a row, or do you think Dallas is going to try to win one? They haven't been looking too good in the NBA Finals as of lately, Daniel. All right, I'm going to go back in. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing, guys, for sure. So there you go. That's a little bit of more sports news for you. Morning from way down under in Sydney. Okay, yes, the chicken. Oh, yes, I know you. Yes, I remember now. Yes. Nope, I'm not allowed to follow you. Chicken nigger. Yes, I am. That's why Tyson will be saying I'm kind of remember how to fight. You're talking about John Tyson, who got drunk and he got a DUI and stepped down from the CFO position at Tyson's Food? Oh, my goodness, guys. Shark Week is back. I know you guys are excited about this. Shark Week's always going on in Florida, though. Cowboys been down on their luck. They have been down on their luck. I know you're talking about Mike Tyson. Cowboys are down on their luck. You got that right. Hopefully the Mavericks can make it a competition, says Daniel. I think a lot of people want to see that. They want to see some competition. I want to see some competition in Shark Week where a shark is chasing somebody. That makes more fun. Yeah. Sometimes if your teams are in it, you don't really follow them. I hope they do make it a competition, but Boston could win this thing. You just never know how Boston could win this thing. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hey. They found out they were on the radio. Got hung off. Watch this. They call back again. I'm going to tell them they win tickets to see Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift. I told one yesterday that he won Taylor Swift tickets. He said, "Oh, I take those." I said, "Also, I got tickets to the rally to see Donald Trump." And he says, "No." I said, "Oh, you're not from this country, are you? No wonder you don't want to see him." And he hung up. That's mean, I know. I'm being mean to him. Hey, when they call and say, "Hey, you won." Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Everybody's laughing, having a good time. So there you go. All right. Shark Week is coming up. On Discovery. Do you take random callers on the radio or just scheduled guests? I do take some random callers on the radio. You going to a tractor pull today? That's cool. Upstate New York. That's cool. That sounds like fun. Yes, 770-347-9947. I usually get guests, but like Matt has called in a couple of times. Red Bricks has called in. Pete's called in. A lot of people have called in. All right. Back to Discovery. As you guys are popping in your questions and what you're doing. 770-347-9947 if you want to call in. We're here. That's a great number. Shark Week is coming up on Discovery. And guess who's going to host it? The Sharks are not going to be able to see him. You can't see me, Sharks. John Cena will be hosting Shark Week beginning. Let me see exactly what week that is because I want to go back to this Inside Out that's coming out this weekend. Going to see REO Speedwagon tonight, says Cher. There you go. Starting July 7th, Shark Week hosted by You Can't See Me, John Cena. You can see, you can see me, but you can't see me. You can't see me. Cena's going to be doing Shark Week, July 7th, that week. That's coming up in a few weeks. Woohoo! The Eagles announced that they're going to do a residency in Las Vegas, guys, at the Las Vegas Sphere. Talking about old classic bands there with Cher going to see REO Speedwagon. the Eagles are going to be doing their thing. Of course, you know that not Don Henley, Glenn Fry's son is playing with them, as well as Vince Gill. Yeah. The Eagles will perform dates from in September and October. The residency offers fans the ultimate connection to the band's legendary catalog. The Eagles will be live at the Sphere September 20th through the 20th, 21st, 27th, 28th, October 11th, 12th, 18th, and 19th, 2 weekends in a row. Tickets go on sale now. I mean, they're saying it's a residency, but it's just 2 weekends. Go on sale now. Pre-orders begin June 18th at 1 p.m. And tickets go on sale on June 21st. If you're out in Vegas, you can get a chance to see them Eagles perform. John Cena, I can see you. Yeah, John Cena's cool. Yeah, John Cena, he said he can see you. But I don't know about that. I don't know if I believe that. Nobody can see John Cena. Gas station, what? There you go. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, let's see. What shows are coming out? Prime Video released a trailer for My Spy on Wednesday. It's a sequel that's going to premiere July 18th on the streaming service. And guess who it's going to star? A former 55-year-old world heavyweight champion, Dave Bautista, is going to be My Spy Part 2. I remember the first one. Now, this is going to be released on Prime Video. This is coming up on July 18th next month. So there you go. We'll probably talk a little bit about that movie with our good friend Shane B. I like to see the Eagles, says Cher. I know a lot of people do. Stranger Things star Sadie Sink says Kate Bush holds special place in her heart, music-wise. Summer reading, 10 books being adapted for film and television. Check that out on our WQEE page for some of that. I think that we got that for you. There's going to be some J.K. Rowling stuff that's going to be adapted for it as well. And there's going to be 10 books being adapted for film and television. And this weekend, take the kids to see. You got If out there. The kids love that one. Garfield. Of course, Bad Boys, Ride or Die is still number one. Will it be number one this weekend? I don't know. We got the Inside Out Part 2 coming out. Inside Out. Imagine the human mind as a vessel from Pixar. And they're with 5 different basic emotions. Inside Out 2 is in theaters this Friday. Today applies to the world, applies that world and the emotions to the next level. So Riley, who was 11 in the first film, now turns 13, and her emotions are growing with her. She approaches high school. The old emotions are still there, and some new emotions appear. The fun begins as Inside Out 2 is in theaters this weekend. Yes, according to Shane B., it was a very good movie. Bad Boys 2 is a very good movie. He recommends checking it out. I mean, Bad Boys Ride or Die was a very good movie. He recommends checking it out. Woo-wee. So there you go. 20 minutes past the hour. We're still holding it about 73 degrees. Beautiful sunny skies out there. Time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Mike and the crew can exterminate and lay the smackdown for you. All right, ladies and germs and boys and girls. Which sporting event will you most likely check out this weekend? I'm going to be checking them all out. Panthers-Oilers game 4 tomorrow night, 23% of the votes. WWE Clash at the Castle, 26% of the votes tomorrow. UFC Championship between Stallions and Brahmas at the Battlehawk Stadium in St. Louis, 23% of the votes. And it's gone down to 29% for Major League Baseball. Some of you will be checking out tonight's game in the NBA. Will Boston hold off the win and take the championship, or will the Mavericks make it a competition? Here you go. It is Smackdown Friday. And speaking of that, Smackdown Friday. Let's see what's going on. Smackdown tonight is going to have Naomi take on Chelsea Green, Nia Jax and Michelle. KO takes on Solo. Grayson Waller effect with DIY, and Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles will face off tonight before tomorrow night's match. Also, that's at 8 p.m. on Fox. 10 p.m. is going to be AEW Rampage tonight. Tomorrow night, AEW at well, actually, it's not going to be AEW Collision tomorrow night because they're going to have the most important game of the season between the Panthers and the Oilers. So that might be after the game, about 10 o'clock or 11. All right, let's see. And wrestling for this weekend, Clash at the Castle, Scotland, July 15th, Bloody A. Might be a little early in the afternoon. World title match, Damian Priest without the Judgment Day will be taking on Drew McIntyre. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, 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 hello. Dadgummit. They didn't want them Taylor Swift tickets. I was giving them away. Anyway, Damian Priest will take Drew McIntyre one-on-one. Drew's probably going to be a face there. Champion, challenger, probably keep the title. Champion Bayley would defend the WWE Women's title against Piper Niven with Chelsea Green on her side. IC title on the line. Champion Sami Zayn defends against Chad Gable with his Alpha Academy by his side. I Quit match for the WWE Championship match. AJ Styles takes on champion Cody Rhodes. I think Cody will win that one. And triple threat match for the women's tag team belts. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, the champions, defend against Alba Fry and Isaiah Dawn and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks. So there you go. That's the big Clash at the Castle. Not much a big match, but it's going on this weekend. I will be checking that out just a little bit. Did you need to call? Did you need to call? You make sure your lines are working. Yeah. I'll take those Travis Swift tickets. I know you will, Daniel. Actually, if it were more Travis Kelce playing football, I know that's what you want. I stole your radio tower. That's right. You remember that one. That's right. The Chicken Nader 88. That was a story we told one time. It happened over in Alabama. They still haven't got a tower up over there in that place. I called them there and found out. You know, I know the media all over. Most all the media everywhere. Oh no, my phone's working. That that was just the people trying to call and sell me insurance. You need life insurance. You're going to get killed next week. You need life insurance. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to send you from this call center we got over here in the middle of nowhere to someplace in Georgia because we don't even know where you're at. That's actually what it was. So that's all the entertainment we have for you as we get ready to take another break. But you can call in if you want to, Toby, no problem. We'll have open lines for a few minutes because we've got coming up for you at 10 a.m. this morning. It is Lyrical Wisdom with Donna Wood and Bruce Thornton, bringing another one of your favorite hit songs that you guys asked for. Now, if there's a song you want to hear them talk about and it gets played in their show, let us know. Seriously, let us know. It can be any song because what they do is they read through the lyrics and talk about it. It's called Lyrical Wisdom. Any song. You guys go ahead and send it to me at 99classrock@gmail.com, or you can be on here and do the same. I need to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Yep. Like, look, I shot that car. I don't have that car anymore. I shot it. Haven't paid my takes. What? Oh, Lord. What else was I going to say? Taxes. You haven't paid your taxes. I haven't paid my taxes. Well, don't let everybody know your real name because they'll come get you. Throw you up in jail. Let the politicians go. Throw you up in jail for not paying your taxes. You regular human being who makes the world go around. Also, guys, as we get ready to go into the break, I want to say this one more time. The A Michigan man who left school to fight in the Korean War, a soldier, finally received his high school diploma at age 90. Congratulations to the man. What's up, Red Bricks? Colonel Sanders, we're coming for you. He's got good taste in chicken, though. That's why. What? You owe the IRS that much money? You better stay in hiding. They're going to come and arrest you. Be like, look, I'm going to tell you what. Since you're a regular everyday person, we're going to arrest you. We don't care about the politicians. They can go after women or have guns or whatever. We're just going to charge them. You're going to jail because you didn't pay us. We need your money, Chickinator, so that we can pay off all the other bills that my guys were talking about earlier. We can send money over to other governments. We can pay off student loans. We need your money. You're secretly Pablo Escobar. Well, what's up, Pablo? If you really are that guy, I appreciate you tuning in. I may need to talk to you for real. Talk to you on the air. Give you an interview. Good morning, Red Bricks. Red Bricks is in the house. Sweet Leaf says, good morning, Red. Chief, how you doing? Everybody says, good morning to Cher and everybody over there from the Navajo Nation. Alice and Candace saying hello. Good morning to everybody, too. Good morning, everybody. Everybody's saying good morning, and how's everybody doing? And they've been all remarking on everything we've been talking about. Woo, too much stuff to talk about. Let's go on a break. Let's take a break, come back, and we'll get a little bit more with you. Selling that cocaine, don't be doing that. But you made your money, Escobar. Toby, we have Cokehead Escobar in the house. Good morning, Navajo Nation from Cher. Sweetie says, hey, good, she acknowledged me. Acknowledge me. I know you didn't say it like that. Sue says, she's there. She knew we were here. Good morning, Cher. Alice says, good morning from Canada, Cher and Gail. Gail came a little late yesterday, but that's all right. Back in a moment. Amigos. Escobar. I'd like to do an interview with you. They're looking for you. But if I turn you in, will they give me some money? I would never turn you in. Just call me. Let's talk. No, it's not rainbow. You just see the sun in the background over there.
www.insurewithellsworth.com 770-755-7053. We look forward to meeting you soon.
In the market for either buying or selling your home, City First Mortgage Service, LLC is the first place for all your needs. Branch manager John B. Lewis and his staff can serve you with a smile and professional courtesy. Serving Georgia, Alabama.
Pablo chicken nuggets. No, not the chicken.
John B. Lewis, City First Mortgage Service, LLC. We place you first.
Have you been considering a
Oh, that's a good one, Red.
We prepare you to excel in your real estate career by providing award-winning training, family
Oh, my God.
lead generation tools.
You guys got me
If you're interested in
tears in my eyes.
licensed school or how to get started, call 678-634-97.
Oh, let me go turn the air on. We got guests on here.
This is Holly Reese with Warrior Defenders. Tune in every Monday at 10:30 a.m. for Empower Strikes Back on WQEE, The Key 99.1 FM.
Hey, sports fans. Weekdays, 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Drive time on WQEE. Braves Country is a Southern sports talk show. Back McGee and the Armchair Quarterbacks. That's Braves Country. Back McGee
And I don't have to go downstairs and unlock the door because I left it unlocked this morning in case the homeless guy want to come in and wash up.
99.1 FM.
Sweetland at the Parade, proudly present R&B artist Chaka.
I use cocaine as my secret recipe. Oh, that's the secret herbs and spices, huh?
Sweet tea. So easy. Cut your road till the sun comes up. Back to the sweet shop. Also here on the same concert. West Love. Sing it. And Poker Bear. All the artists. Not side keys. Take us back your purchase and June 15, 2024 at 7 p.m.
That's coming up this weekend. Get your tickets available at sweetland.com. Tucker will be here this weekend. And coming up on June 28th, Flow Riders in town performing there. Yes, apple bottom jeans and never mind. We won't get into all that. That's going to be June 28th at Sweetland Amphitheater in LaGrange, Georgia. Coming up tomorrow night, it's Tucker. It's presented by Jordan Communications, WQEE 99.1 FM The Key. Home of Southern Sports Inspirational Talk, WZZV. It is Victory 100.3 FM and, of course, 98.7, sunny 98.7 in Lynette, Alabama. As long as it's not a racist joke, you can tell a joke there. As long as it's not a racist joke, yes, you can tell a joke. I'll search that up. Chickinator 88. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like how cocaine smells, says Christopher. They're talking about cocaine, Pablo Escobar. The Chickinator said he's Pablo Escobar. So I'm like, why don't I get you on the show? I mean, really. Netflix, guys, you got a few other things to do. Netflix is facing a $170 million lawsuit over a busy reader, as one of a defendant claims that some TV series based on whatever she was saying or about her was not true. So they'll continue to move forward in that case. Also, the New World Order 2, sweet! NWO's got a book coming out called Say Hello to the Bad Guys. NWO book is available now for you to order. A book about the most influential storyline in wrestling history. Will be released next year, March 25th, 2025. But as of June 18th this month, you can start ordering online. But you won't get the book next year. NWO book, Say Hello to the Bad Guys. Ayo Chico. One more for the good guys. And Trina, I say this 5 times fast. Redbrook says, yo, it's Pablo, Kingpin on the block, Coke and chicken. Got the game on lock. IRS on me, but I'm still stacking racks. Oh, I love it. That's a good one. We got a new hip-hop song in here for him. Always watching my back. Anyway, Trina McGee, who played Angela on Boy Meets World, is 54 years of age right now, and she's giving birth. She is pregnant with her 4th child. She played Sean Hunter's girlfriend, Angela, on Boy Meets World for a number of years. Some of her friends and family, she released on Instagram, I am pregnant. You guys are like, well, who cares? Well, we don't really, but it's just a news story. I mean, it's just like Taylor Swift being pregnant. But, it's a news story. She played on Girl Meets World. She revised herself there for a couple of episodes. And she appeared on Family Matters, Different World, and, of course, Martin. Pete says, I'm back. Took you long enough, Pete. The Commonwealth says, hello. So that's a couple little news stories, friendly news stories to get you ready for the weekend. About time you got back, Pete. We've been waiting for you all morning. We stopped the show completely and didn't do anything for the last couple hours because you wasn't here. Nothing whatsoever. That's what her friends are saying. It's kind of old to have a baby share. And I'm hoping that it goes through for her, and it's a safe pregnancy and everything. Because she's from the old school of Boy Meets World days. So if it's one of these newer people, I wouldn't wish good on them. I'm just kidding. She's from one of my back days. I need to get a merch store, Toby. I'm working on that. You know, Matt took a picture of me, a bobblehead. Not gonna look right. Pete, what'd you say? I have inventory. Morning Red, awesome songs is what he was probably saying. All right. Good morning. Good morning to all of you, Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. You just had to do that one time. 36 minutes past the hour, 74 degrees in the metro Atlanta area. Beautiful sunny skies out there as the most beautiful day in store for us. A hot one. It's going to be record high temperatures in the Atlanta market today in near 90 something. So it's going to be hot. So you can take off those long sleeves today. It's going to be hot. You're going to go run around in your wife beaters. You can, gentlemen, and ladies, you can run around in whatever you want to run around in, whatever. Just, make sure, you keep it legal. So it's going to be a hot one. And it's currently time and temperature brought to you by Active Pest Control. Summer, winter, spring, fall. We don't care for those rodents, critters, or gooey things at all. Michael the Crew can exterminate and let us Smackdown for you. 34 Jefferson Street in Newton. Also, Daniel says, is this the support group for chicken nuggets addicts? Yes, it is. If you're a chicken nugget addict, you got to stand up and say, my name is Daniel, and I'm addicted to chicken nuggets, whether they come from Burger King or McDonald's, sometimes Wendy's, but never, ever Sonic's. They don't have chicken fingers, never, ever Sonic's. And man, I will tell the person in the drive-thru to give me every one of the sauces. That's how hooked I'm on nuggets. Ask me, what sauce you want this? All of them. I want all the sauces, man. Give me all the sauces. I want the honey mustard. I want the barbecue. I want the buffalo. I want the ranch. I want them all. Yeah, everyone's like, now I want some, says 12. Toby says, I love chicken nuggets. I can eat a 40-piece at a sitting. I'm sure a lot of people can. Only the Pablo nuggets, though, says Daniel. Mix all the sauces up. Oh, no, Pete, no. Yeah, people will go through the drive-thru. I worked at McDonald's in high school and college. And they'd be like, they always ask what kind of sauce you want with that. Well, I eventually, as I got there, at first I was like every great employee, got to do the right thing. After a while, I was just like, what's up, man? They come to the drive-thru. Oh, I know you, man. Yeah, I done threw some extra ketchup in there for you. Boss come to you, Ryan, you're the crew leader. Why are you throwing the extra sauce in? Dude comes through here every night and gets hamburger and fries. He's going to get as much ketchup as he wants. And then when I say, throw all the sauces in there, I'm like, all the sauces, man, you want to mix them up? They're like, no, you know what I mean. I'm like, no, you sure? That was back in the day. Honey mustard, says Toby, is his. I like to take the ranch and the buffalo. The buffalo came out later. Back in the day, it was just barbecue sauce, and I would use barbecue sauce or ketchup. But it was barbecue sauce, honey mustard, the sweet and sour sauce back in the day. Ugh. They still have that, right? Sweet and sour, which is good or if you were going to put it on something like a salad. Sweet and sour, honey mustard, barbecue, and something else, and ranch, I think, or something. Then they eventually hot mustard, or not honey mustard, hot mustard, that's right. Hot mustard, that's right. Not honey mustard, hot mustard. So it's been a while since I've ate there. But if I get chicken nuggets, I usually get, I'm not buffing like crazy. It must be on your end, Pete. RW, what's up, buddy? What you think about this weekend's event? Tell me. Sweet and sour barbecue, hot mustard, and ranch. And then they introduced the buffalo. So I like to get the buffalo and ranch. I like to dip into the buffalo first and then the ranch. But there's some people like, put them all in there, man. I want all of them. I got an email from a fortune teller girl saying next year I don't listen to, she's wrong. No. Don't listen to that, Logan Paul Jr. That's not real. That's they're just trying to get you to buy something in there. They tell me I'm going to be a multi-millionaire if I invest. All right. 12 must like the hot mustard. All right. What's my favorite food? Oh, okay. Steak and baked potato. And then just for snacks, pizza. So there you go. Logan Paul Jr. Buddy, guess what? Yeah, it is a troll. I want to know your thoughts on the two. There's a bunch of matches tomorrow, this weekend. WWE Clash at the Castle. I know you're going to be checking it out. 2 world title matches. Damian Priest defends the world title against Drew McIntyre. You're picking that one. And Cody Rhodes against AJ Styles defending the Undisputed World WWE Championship. Your picks on those two, RW. He's a big wrestling fan. 12 years old, by the way. No pineapple on the pizza. Nope. I like pineapple. If somebody put it on there, I'm not going to kick it off. I just don't eat onions on anything. So try Greek wraps. They're amazing. Oh, I love the Greek wraps. Yes. Today you graduate. All right. Congratulations. Wasim, congratulations, buddy. I knew you could do it. Guys listening on the air, I'm talking to my listeners. Congratulations. Way to go. Then you start traveling around the world as a big businessman. No. I don't know what you said there, chicken. RW, I want to get your picks for this weekend because which sporting events will most of you likely be checking out this weekend? I'm going to check them all out. The Panthers in tomorrow night against the Oilers, game 4. That could be the final game of the Stanley Cup playoffs. 21% of you say that. 26% say they're going to do the WWE Clash at the Castle. UFL Championship game. 21% of you. And that is between the Stallions of Birmingham and, of course, the San Antonio Brahmas in Battlehawk Stadium. I know it's not called Battlehawk Stadium, but I am calling it that. And 32% say you're just going to continue watching baseball, Major League Baseball. All right, ladies and germs. Not as many people today on the poll. Logan Paul says, I'll be watching the NHL and the Clash. I know you will. Now, Logan Paul Jr., who are you picking? Damian or Drew? And then Cody or AJ? Who are you picking in those matches? There's a lot of other good matches too, but who are you picking in those main matches? When's the next stream? I've got to be out of here, but I'll be back next time. Monday, same bat time, same bat channel, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, and 4 a.m. on the West Coast. And then nights and days or whatever. I don't know. This weekend, cooking out, but must work at the house. Yeah, you got to get the house taken care of. Well, you can turn radio on and listen to the radio this weekend. You can also turn on your YouTube and listen to some of these games. But there you go. As we get ready to go to the break, I want to get your predictions, Logan Paul Jr. I got AJ winning because of the storyline behind it and Drew because it's his home country. Thank you for getting into there. Thank you for saying that. Well, I'm going with Drew because it's his home country. But I still think unless they just want Cody chasing that title again, which Kevin Nash said on Who Killed WCW this past week. That's one thing. I'm not going to tell you. That's what he said. The babyface has to be chasing the title for it to be a popular babyface. So they might do what you're saying, Logan Paul Jr., and give it to AJ Styles. But then again, we'll see. Maybe Cody continues his story. But thank you for the predictions. I wanted to ask you that. Thank you. See you next time, Daniel, our Chiefs fan. Back in a moment. Bye, Daniel.
I'm Bill Alexander. The Federal Reserve held interest rates steady on Wednesday and pushed out the start of rate.
Thank you for the warning, Pablo.
This December, with officials projecting only a single quarter percentage point reduction for the year, amid rising estimates for what it will take to keep inflation in check. U.S. consumer prices were unexpectedly unchanged in May as cheaper gasoline and other goods offset higher costs for rental housing. But inflation likely remains too high for the Federal Reserve to start cutting interest rates before September. FedEx is planning to cut between
All Major League Baseball games pop up on my phone, so that's what you'll be checking out this weekend.
combats the slump in freight demand. Coach USA, the operator of Megabus and other commuter bus lines
Well,
in the United States and Canada.
You're just like everybody else. You go Braves. Thank you, Toby. You're just like everybody else, Pete. You're just going to go with the standard MLB. I'm going to do something different this weekend. I'm unique. Now, I'll probably catch a baseball game this weekend. The Braves are going to win. So I'm going to check out the Panthers and Oilers, especially the wrestling and the UFC championship game. I want to see that one this weekend for sure. UFL, not UFC, UFL, sorry. But I'll probably see some baseball. I'm ready for us to have our own hockey team, the Red Wolves, which is Pete's name, and that's what they're going to be named. Oh, Celeste Moonbeam. Don't listen to her. That's just a stage name. It's fake. It's trolls like everybody's telling you, young man. Don't even worry about it. Toby's going to be a Braves fan with us. He's a Cowboys fan, so we let him go too. But we had Daniel on who was a Chiefs fan, and all I got to say is Christopher still here too? I want to make sure he's still here. All I got to say is this. They're probably going to win the Chiefs again. Well, I mean, if that's the kind of kinky, I just want to make sure you're overflow. If that's the kind of kinky stuff you're into, that's you, not me. Hey guys, do you guys have a favorite song you want to hear read on the radio? We have Lyrical Wisdom. Let me know. You can pop it in here. I still got some of your songs that they're doing for the next several weeks, will be a couple of months. But they're not going to get it in any particular order, but let me know a song you like. Oh, okay. Let me write that one down. They'll like that one. Bruce will. And then when Donna hears it, she'll go, that's a good song. All right. Champagne Supernova by Oasis. That's a good band. I like them. Anybody else got any other songs they might want to hear? Go ahead and do the soap opera update for you. Good. They need to be coming. Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon. Okay. They'll do that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the RyanORadio Penitentiary. The weekend is ahead, and for you soap opera fans out there, I just want to drop in a short little synopsis of checking out all your soap operas this week. Let's see here. Okay. I got to see what's going to happen today. Go all the way down, Ryan. Go all the way down. And today on Friday, Overflow, Addicted to Cannibal Court. Oh. Yes. Let me write that one down. It'd be the second metal song they're going to read. I told them I had some. All right, overflow. Okay, Toby got this one. Red this one. I love that. I love that song too. Let me write that down. This is the first death metal song they got on there, Overflow. I think they got an Iron Maiden song coming up. Cowboys from Hell's Pantera. You and I listen to the same music, brother. Pieces. Metallica 1. I love that song too. So there you go. All right, let's get back to it right quick for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Today on Young and the Restless, they pull together to support Nikki and save Harrison from Jordan's clutches. Really? But now Genoa City's foremost families are back to bickering and their old tricks as Victor goes up against Jack. Woo! By this point, Lily should be smart enough to not talk with and keep Billy at arms. When Diana settles unfinished business with Nikki, the big question will be, does she manage to do so without a punch being thrown? And Chelsea's hot summer story may not be so hot for some fans. And that's going on. On Young and the Restless. Yeah, I know, guys. Hey, some of you want to hear this stuff. I know that Gail does. Let me do the Bold and the Beautiful right quick. And you can read the other ones for yourself. So just want to do those two right quick. All right, let's see here. And also, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for putting songs in there. We'll get them over too. They're not going to be in any particular order, but I get these set of songs over. On the Bold and the Beautiful. Will Hope finally find herself turning into Finn? The Steffi got to worry about not only Hope, but her father's wife, Brooke, who wants to go back into the role of trying to be a model at 60. We'll see what happens as Brooke might be heading down to the sewing room. And that's on today's edition of Bold and the Beautiful. So there you go. What we do is we play some of these songs, right behind them as they talk about them. So guys, stay tuned. Coming up after the top of the hour is Lyrical Wisdom. And Donna and Bruce will be bringing you some of your favorite songs. And guys, you've sent some requests in here this morning again, and we'll get them over to them. Continue to get those requests in to us, and we'll definitely get them to them as well. Any song, just about any song. Can I play with madness? Peachy going Iron Maiden on me now. You guys getting heavy. The Oasis one was a good one too. All right. I think it's about time for us to get out of here. Yeah, you heard me right about time for us. I'll try to go back on my YouTube channel, WWE Stop Motion, who will win the Logan Paul finally dethroned Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns style. Oh, you got a stop motion for the championship. That's cool, buddy. Thank you for your wrestling predictions this weekend. Not as many people this morning on the poll question, but hey, which sporting event are you most likely to check out this weekend? I'm probably going to check them all out. Major League Baseball leads it to 32%, but the UFL championship game between the Birmingham Stallions, the USFL champions, and the XFL champions as well thank you for saying that, Cher. I'll remind everybody in a moment too. And the XFL champions, San Antonio Brahmas in St. Louis, got 21% of the votes, 26% going to WWE's Clash at the Castle, and the maybe the final game in the Stanley Cup between Panthers and Oilers, game 4, 21% tonight as the Panthers lead that series tomorrow night 3-0. Tonight, it could be the final game between Boston and Dallas. If Boston takes Dallas out, they're 3-0 too. Happy Father's Day going out to all the dads on this Sunday. It's Juneteenth tomorrow. There's going to be some events in Palmetto and then Alabama, parts of Georgia and Alabama. So get out to those events. Sunday is Father's Day. Remember, don't just give him that tie and an old TV dinner and everything. Come on. Your dad is the patriarch of the family. Some of them work 12 to 13 hours a day. They don't get to go to your games. Give them something on their day off. Some of them have to work 2 jobs. Don't make them cook on their day off. And I know we dads, we like to barbecue, but don't do that. Yes, happy Father's Day to you, sir. Thank you. And everything. And the grandfathers as well out there. So it's Father's Day weekend. It's Juneteenth on Saturday. Father's Day weekend. Make sure you don't give that dad something from McDonald's. Okay? Take him out to a good meal. Get him something good. He may be sitting there saying, no, man, don't spend all this money on me, but dude, spend that money on me. He's going to be the one to fuss about it. Let him fuss about it a little bit. But, it needs that. We need that. We all need that. We're having a family reunion for the dads. Oh, Sherry, that's going to be cool. Are y'all going to be doing barbecuing and all that kind of stuff? We might have to head to Iowa there. All right, guys. We appreciate you guys this morning. And okay, we'll see you on Monday's edition of the RyanORadio Penitentiary. Great week of guests next week as well. Until we meet again, peace, love, respect. I am out of here. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. And if we don't see you again, have a good evening. See you guys on the flip side Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right, everyone on the feed, I wrote down your songs. We'll appreciate you. We'll get them in too. And we'll see you on Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Guys, we enjoy it. Enjoy your Father's Day this weekend too for those of you that are fathers and grandfathers. Yeah, I read the one about the Roman Reigns losing to, what's his name? Logan Paul in your stop motion. That was cool. You too, sir. Thank you. You guys have a great day. Oh, coming up next is the songs. So you have to go to our feed and listen to it there. And it's going to be Lyrical Wisdom. That's coming up next. Hopefully I can get it recorded because it seems like my computer wants to start freezing up now. All right, guys. Oh, I didn't see the other one. There were so many. Come on. Stop acting up. Don't freeze up on me. All right, guys. You have a good day. Don't go. I got to. But listen into the WQEE page and the link, and you can listen for the songs and stuff. All right, guys. I got to go. They're coming in. They're going to run me out. Oh, wait. Get rid of that.